Jack Flores is the quarterback, number 10. He's going to send a man in motion. He's going to roll it. Oh, hello.
We are not from the north side.
We are not from the south side.
And we're not from the east side.
Inside handoff, 30-yard line, 35 to the corner of the 40. He might go 45-yard line to the end zone, touchdown.
We are Weslaco.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bobby Morrow Stadium in San Benito, Texas. Terry Beidler along with Joey Cavillo, and we're here for a 32-5A matchup between the Weslaco Panthers and a traditional rival, the Greyhounds of San Benito. Just a couple of moments away from the start of tonight's game, and Joey, let's see, playing for pride, I guess, tonight, and let's see what they do come back after last week's tough loss against Porter.
Yeah, we can look at it a couple ways, Terry. You can look at it, I'm going to play spoiler, or I'm going to look at it as, you know what, well, maybe we have an outside chance of making the playoffs. And the Panthers actually do, Terry. They actually have an outside chance of making the playoffs. They need to beat San Benito tonight. They need to take care of it tonight. Take care of Rivera
and Lopez.
And then win out. And Lopez. And then just completely win out. The other thing is that they need help from San Benito to lose against Pace next week. But
that's a possibility.
Yeah,
Pace is an awful good team.
Pace is very good. So we do have an outside chance of getting into the playoffs, but we need to take care of business tonight. And San Benito coming off a great win from Los Fresnos, a win that they had been winning for a long time against their rivals over here in Los Fresnos. They may come in kind of flat. And
we'll see.
We hope that we can have them like that way.
We'll see. Their star quarterback, Brandon Marquez, had a career night. And you don't get that every single week. But we'll talk about a little bit about the records and everything here, because 2 years ago when we played here, there was a record, and we'll talk about it. It belonged to the Panthers. Here we go. The Panthers are going to kick off to start the game. High end over end kick down to about the 3-yard line, picked up there by number 14. Up the middle he goes, and a tackle by number 45. That time that was Michael Saenz, the ball carrier for San Benito. 14 is Jacob Puente, and I believe he's one of their better wide receivers, although he's just a sophomore.
And Terry, we talk about the Panthers being young. San Benito is also pretty young. They're not a senior laden team. They got a lot of juniors and sophomores that play key roles throughout the offense and defense. So they're not the veteran laden team that you may think.
Well, they're going to get the football first and 10 on the 31-yard line. Marquez plays out of a shotgun back there, and this guy, like I said, he is their go-to man. But we've seen a few of those this year. Gets the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to throw on the very first play. Now he's pushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to take off and run, and he dives. He might have got 2 or 3 yards on the play. Good play by number 29, Eric Hernandez, to kind of slow him down. But well, give the secondary credit on that one.
And Terry, one of the things about most teams that we'll see in the Valley is if they don't have a very good offensive line or they don't have a very good running game, what they're going to do is they're being that spread offense, and that's exactly what San Benito has. Number 1, Marquez is their best athlete. He's the best guy on the team. He's the stud guy, and that's why he's quarterback in that spread offense.
Isn't this team fairly balanced, though? My understanding is they're pass and run balanced a little bit. Marquez again. Handoff this time, and breaking a tackle up over the 35 to about the 37. Yeah, up to the 40-yard line. That's some heavy-duty ball carrying that time.
Number 25.
Number 25 in the carry. That is, well, I don't have him on the rest.
Excuse me, 23.
23, Tommy Herrera, yeah. But he's got close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd down and short, and they may measure. We'll see. But I'll tell you what, he got 4 of those yards after he was hit.
Yeah, I think he hit a couple Panther players hit him before he actually got the last couple yards, and that's kind of bad, Terry. We want the Panthers to stop him the first contact, and you don't want San Benito runners going additional yards off of contact.
I'm looking like he might be just a little bit short here, but it's going to bring up 3rd down very short. Like I said, Marquez, they understand he was accounted for over 400 and some yards of offense last week against Los Fresnos. Probably one of the biggest wins in their program's history in the last several years, because a statistic that I didn't know about, Los Fresnos had not lost a district game since 2005.
Yeah, and Coach Gant came in with that one thing in mind, saying we're going to beat Los Fresnos and we're going to beat Weslaco, the two teams that we've been losing to. I'm going to come in here and change the mentality of the school, and that's exactly what he did. I was talking to some friends of mine from San Benito saying that Coach Gant came in and actually pulled kids off the hallways and said, hey, you're big. I need you on playing football. Why aren't you playing football? And got those kids on the field and dressed up.
Not to mention the defensive coordinator is a pretty good coach himself, Dave Evans.
That's very true.
So he's got himself a good coaching staff. And, San Benito did not have a big season last year, but it was a couple years ago. I think they went undefeated in the regular season, or maybe 3 years ago. Short. Here comes Marquez. He's got all kinds of room. No, they give him backfield, but can he make it? Yes. He's busting tackles. Finally, big number 77, Josh Cantu, the sophomore, is able to knock him down. But, man, he must have got at least an extra 9 or 10 yards just busting tackles.
Yeah, the Panthers had him in the backfield, Terry. I don't know if we're going to have a replay on this, but we actually had him in the backfield, missed tackles, arm tackles, and that's where he got the additional yards that he did. He would not have gotten the first down, Terry, if the first Panther defender had gotten him down.
Well, the new roster has got number 77 as being Armando Guzman. So we've got a brand new roster here for the Panthers tonight. All right, 1st and 10 from about the 40. Well, Panthers move. Are they back? Yeah, there's no flags. So they get back in time. Marquez rolling to his left, now straightens up the middle, and incomplete. But they're giving some pressure on this guy so far, but he is so quick. He's not a big guy. He's not a Danny Silva type from like Los Fresnos or anything like that. And
he's actually, if you want to classify him, he's kind of a scat back type of quarterback, where he's small and he can hide behind his big lineman and just get lost a little bit.
The good thing about him, as far as the Panthers are concerned, this kid's a senior.
Yeah.
So
you won't see him again next year.
No, we won't. If we do, it'll be on TV. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 10. Panthers showing blitz right now. Out of the shotgun again. Here's the snapback. He's going to run an option play to his right. He breaks another tackle, another one. That's 2 tackles. And finally, the third man brings him down after a gain down to the 40-yard line. And he gets another first down, 2 busted tackles, and this is from a quarterback, not from a fullback.
Yeah, and I don't think that he's that strong, Terry. He doesn't look that big. When I saw him on the field earlier, he doesn't look that impressive as a big type of, like you said, Danny Silva type of quarterback. He's just a scat back.
Yeah.
He's
not
quick.
He
doesn't look big. I think the Panthers are taking bad angles and using arm tackles instead of actually giving him a good lick.
Yeah, and the Panthers need to get a clean shot on this guy. All right, he's going to, like I said, once again, he's got one man back there for a little protection. Off he goes. That's Herrera beside him, number 23. No, he's going to fake the handoff and take off himself. He gets to the outside, still going. Now he's still on his feet down the field. Elmore in pursuit, but he gets all the way down to the 21-yard line on another big gain of almost 20 yards.
Well, once he turned the corner, Terry, he was gone. He ran over a couple people and then actually outran several people. Actually, once he got outside the corner, that's one thing that the Panthers need to be aware of. That once this quarterback gets around the corner, he could leave people behind. He's a track guy.
Yep. He pulled away from Dominic Elmore. I know Joey's outside. I'm inside. We're watching the same game.
The cool weather.
Yeah, cool weather. Everybody said, "Where's your jacket?" I'm indoors. In fact, I turned the air conditioner off. How's that?
I said I'm fat. I like it. Cold weather.
We got protection here. 1st and 10 from about the 21-yard line. Marquez again. Fakes the hand up over the middle, wide open, and at the 5, touchdown. He set that up. Number 18, the receiver. That's J.C. Guzman, and Guzman from about 21 yards out, and nobody touched him. He went in untouched, and a touchdown. That's the first of the ball game.
Receiver did a flag route or a slant right behind the linebackers. Got me in front of the safeties and in back of the linebackers, and there's nothing the Panthers could have done about that one.
Extra point attempt by David Rodriguez, who's listed as a quarterback, but he's the kicker, number 11, I believe. Or no, he's the holder. My bad. So they've got a backup quarterback as the holder. Here's the snapback. Not much rush put on, but the kick is up, and it is good. And with 9:44 to go in the first quarter, it is the Hounds or Greyhounds 7, Weslaco nothing. That drive from the time that we started the ball game took 2 minutes and 16 seconds, and just very methodical. Mostly Brandon Marquez down the field, and then he threw the 21-yard touchdown pass to J.C. Guzman.
And like I told you, Jerry, most of the scouting for San Benito has been Marquez. Marquez, you got to watch out for him because he's going to go to the left, he's going to go to the right. And we got to be very careful with him going around the corner and making sure that we don't give him the 5-10 yards that he's been getting everywhere else.
Joey, if there's a stadium in the valley that's close to Bobby Lackey, it's this one right here. The stands are similar. It's a new stadium. I would say this is the way I look at the valley right now in order of venues. The biggest venue is McAllen. The nicest venues are Weslaco, San Benito, and I want to throw in La Jolla. They got a beautiful facility there. So those are the premier to me facilities in the valley.
And let me tell you why ours is better. Not just because it's in Weslaco, but we have a scoreboard here that's a little bit bigger than ours.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's how they use it.
They don't have
Steven,
KWS. Yeah.
Steven, the guys out there that just absolutely know how to use that scoreboard.
All right, this is a kick right down the middle, picked up right in the middle at the 30-yard line. Wow. Now they cuts up the field, 35, 40, still does a spin. I'm not sure who that is, a single-digit number. Who?
That was De Leon. De Leon.
Okay, is that Joe De Leon?
That's Joe De Leon.
Yep. So that's one of the better returns we've had the entire season right there up to the 44-yard line.
And Terry, I don't know what he was looking for, but he had opening right in front of him. And the coaches here are going crazy because they saw it from up here. I saw it from up here, and I don't know if Joe saw it from down there.
I think your guy, is he starting? Is it Madrigal starting, or is it Nathan Alvarado?
Nathan Alvarado.
Okay, and he's starting out of a shotgun tonight. How about that? He's usually under center.
Tony V.
Okay, and trip receivers to the left side here. And all of a sudden now, do they want timeout? No, we're going to get ready to go here. This is a little different look here. Nathan Alvarado coming out as a passing quarterback, but he hands off instead, and that's Ryan Flores up over the 45 to about the 47-yard line. And a nice little gain that time by Ryan, who's come on lately.
Yeah, and Ryan's done very well. You know, you talk about Nathan. Nathan's actually a very good quarterback, Terry. He's made a couple of mistakes because he wasn't, at the beginning of the year, expected to be quarterback.
Probably didn't
he was going to play linebacker. With the injuries to our quarterback situation, he was called upon duty, and he's been a quarterback before. He can throw the ball. He just ended up hurting his shoulder in baseball.
How about this? We got 4 receivers out this time. Now a man comes in motion. Handoff. Oh, and falling down, I believe that's John Rojas.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know, he tripped over one of the hash marks, I think.
I don't know if it tripped over.
I don't know what, nothing. It was kind of what they call an unforced error, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 13 to go here.
And I don't know about that, Terry, but he had daylight in front of him. He had daylight right in front of him. And once he had gotten past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, maybe he's not used to playing on the natural grass because we have that. We don't have the turf tonight. I've never seen this. 4 receivers out, and Alvarado's back there by himself. He rolls to the right. Now he looks back to his left. He's got a receiver wide open and just looked like out of the hands of R.C. Cervantes. And just like that, the Panthers are 3 and out and are going to have to punt.
And Nathan upset with himself because he knew he overthrew his receiver. R.C. was open, and Nathan just banging his hands against his helmet because he knew he missed one.
A little slant pattern into the middle by R.C. And had he caught it, he would have picked up some good yardage that time, Joey.
Hey, Terry, and you know, this is something the Panthers need to do. Come up with something brand new. Show them something that you don't know what to expect for, and that's exactly what they did.
I just have a new page in the playbook. I believe that's Sabino Reyna. Is that him kicking?
Yep, that's Sabino Reyna.
Okay, number 24. Sabino, a junior. Gets a slow snap back, kick away, down to about the 20-yard line, picked up there by the San Benito runner. Breaks a tackle, still going at the 35, up over the 40 to about the 41-yard line. And on the carry that time, number 3, C.J. Carrizales.
Nestor Tafoya actually hit him and actually gave the Greyhounds one of the best licks that they've had all game tonight. You know, defense went, and I don't think they actually hit anybody. Tafoya came out and actually sent the message to the runner.
Hey, we got our monitor working tonight. It's a godsend. It's I mean, this is a big field. Like I said, this is one of the bigger fields around. It's just off of the expressway here in San Benito. In fact, when you're going by, honk your horn. You might, you might interrupt the game or something. I don't know. Marquez is the quarterback. Gets the snap back, hands off. Nope, he's going to throw. He's still got the football, and he's got some room. Fakes up to the 50, the 45, the 40, still going to the outside. And finally, we bring him down inside Panther territory at about the 38-yard line. That is a 21-yard gain, and he's been picking them up in chunks at 20 so far.
Well, we know why he's one of the better quarterbacks of the Valley or this district for sure. Is because he waits for the pressure to come to him, finds the open spot, finds the open hole, and then takes it and runs upfield. Doesn't run east and west, Terry. He runs north and south.
Yeah, this district's got some quarterbacks. How about Tostado?
Yeah.
The gentleman from Porter, or Bullock, and this guy here. All three of them are very, very good quarterbacks, all-purpose type of quarterbacks, not just one or the other. All can pass, all can run. And handoff this time to Tommy Herrera, number 23. He didn't get much, but that's
fake
probably
handoff, Terry.
Okay, that was just a setup play, I guess.
Marquez ran it down the middle, gave it to fake the handoff.
Okay, missed that one. Good thing you brought your eyes with you tonight.
I'm outside.
Okay, yep, you're outside. You can see a little better. Gain of maybe only a couple of yards, maybe 1 or 2 yards. So this time, though, look what they do. They bring 3 receivers to the far side over here near the Panther bench.
Hey, Terry, you talked about all 3 quarterbacks and why they're really good. I'll explain to you just a little bit after this play.
Okay. So Marquez kind of waves over to the direction of his receivers. Long snap count. This time he does hand off. Down inside to about the 29-yard line. It's going to be close to another first down.
Well, Terry, one of the things about these quarterbacks and why they're so good and why they're leading rushing in the Valley is because they're in the spread offense. They put the most talented person, and I can't stress this enough, the most talented person at quarterback, and just use them as a running back in kind of that, I guess they call it now a wildcat offense.
Right.
And that's exactly what they do.
It's the newest fad, I guess,
Yeah.
in offenses. Even in the NFL, isn't that what Michael Vick is playing now for?
Well, yeah, and then you got Miami Dolphins doing such a great job with that.
All right, we got third down and about 1 or 2 yards to go here. Ball on the 29-yard line. The Greyhounds are on the move again. Marquez is going to take off running, breaks one tackle, and he fumbles the ball. Who's going to get it? He fumbled the ball, and I think the Panthers have got it. Let's wait and see here. Yep, the referee points our way. I don't know what happened there. Getting up with the football, I believe, is 86, isn't it? That Chapa?
I was trying to figure out exactly what happened with Marquez.
Who got the ball? I think it was Chapa that got the fumble.
Marquez had the ball, Terry. All of a sudden, got hit, popped up, and the Panthers were all around it. Then in 5 yards down the field, ended up getting the ball as well.
Oh, yeah, that is a huge break because that was really, I didn't think he got hit that hard, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
He had the first down by plenty, but, hey, we'll take that break any day of the week. Ball is inside the 20.
Back in our traditional offense.
Yeah, 18-yard. Yeah, we're used to this kind of field position. It's been like that since week 1. Handoff, got a little hole, and not much gain, maybe to the 20, 21-yard line.
We're back to our slot T offense.
Right. That's John Rojas. Now, San Benito, as good as they are on offense, they are not rated in the top 2 or 3 in defense, though. They're not. They can be scored upon. So we'll see what goes on here.
The only time they did very well, Terry, was against Porter.
Yeah. But other than that, the teams have been putting points out. They've been in a lot of high-scoring games. Another handoff. That's Ryan Flores up to maybe the 25 or 26-yard line. Going to be short of the first down, but this is the traditional running game that Coach Tony V has. Ryan Flores that time.
Well, Ryan Flores had his coming out party against Porter.
Yeah.
Showing some great yardage and showing some great running ability in that Porter game. So if you want to take something bright from that game, take the fact that Ryan Flores had his coming out party.
Well, right now the running backs in the game are Flores in a very short formation here. Hand off to Rojas, cuts up the middle in against it. Ooh, did he take a hit at about the 30-yard line? From our monitor here, Joey, he got hit right in the helmet, and I mean he got hit hard, but he got the first down. He moved the sticks.
Helmet-to-helmet hit, and it knocked his head back a little bit.
Oh yeah, he got snapped back in a hurry.
Yeah, but John Rojas, I mean
oh yeah, he's a tough kid.
Yeah,
tough kid.
Got up like it was nothing.
Oh yeah. Well, they do in the first quarter. In the fourth quarter, things you get a little more tired. It hurts a little more. Hand off again. This time, nothing much on the carry. I believe that's Ralph Garcia, or is that Ryan Flores?
Ryan
That's
Flores.
Ryan Flores again.
Ryan Flores is becoming the workhorse
he is.
along with Rojas for the Panthers.
Yeah, they've kind of gone away. They've kind of gone away from R.C. Cervantes as a running back. Remember, he ran the ball a lot early in the season.
Well, we talked about this, Terry, that R.C. Cervantes' best ability is in the open field.
Well, and he's not a big kid, so he can't take the punishment that a fullback like Ralph Garcia or
Look at the movement.
Ryan Flores. Yeah, a lot of different changes tonight. Pitch out. Ryan Flores again. Gets hit about the 35 and
go.
And, he kept his feet for a while.
Yeah, it looked like a couple yards shy. If they give him forward movement, he looks like he'd be about a couple yards shy of the first down.
But look how they break out of the huddle. They just up to the line, a very tight formation. They've only spread it out three times tonight. Big number 89, Jacob Lugo, is one of the tight ends. This guy, he takes up some space out there.
Hey, I didn't realize how big he was until I saw him on the field earlier today. He's a big guy.
Well, they've got him. No, this is a mistake. They got him listed as 6'2", 150.
Yeah, but you always go a little bit bigger.
If this kid's 150, I weigh 200. Yeah. And that was about 35 years ago. Okay, here we go. Big third down play for the Panthers. Handoff. Got a little running room up to the 40.
Go.
Maybe to the 41 or 42 again. And that's the strength of Ryan Flores. And I believe he's going to move the sticks again. So right now with the Panthers, the most effective thing the Panthers are doing is they're taking some time off the clock. And they really have struggled this year on time of possession. And a nice long drive would be nice here.
Well, Terry, one of the strengths of Tony V's offense is that you take little steps here and there, and then you hit that home run.
Yeah. Well, Rojas is the home run hitter on this team. Yeah, he
well, even Ryan Flores is. He's got that speed too.
All right, handoff, first man through. That's Ralph Garcia, and he might have bumped his way up maybe a yard or two. Ralph is kind of the setup man. Once in a while, but big number 76 getting off the pile.
It looks like him.
That's Rudy Sanchez, one of the big offensive linemen. Yeah, I understand the JV team this year is undefeated.
Yeah, JV team, and I know that they're because of our injury situation. We brought a lot of those kids up here. So, but our JV team has done very well this year, and they're expecting big things from them next year.
Yeah, I've heard the sophomore class is very good. All right, and they're developing that freshman class as well. Okay, Alvarado under center this time. R.C. Cervantes is a running back. Fakes. Nice inside handoff to Herrera, number 27, Servando Herrera. Remember, he scored a touchdown a week ago against Porter right up the middle, and a nice little quick opener for Servando, and he's going to bring it real close to the first down, just barely in San Benito territory, so it's going to bring about third down and 1. And right now, just some straight ahead between the tackles type of running by the Panthers, nothing going wide at all.
And that's one of the favorite things of offensive linemen. I know Larry Cardenas down there is really enjoying this. You get to pound on somebody the entire game.
All right, another handoff. Ryan Flores has got the first down and then some. Inside the 45, all the way down to the 40-yard line. And like I said, this guy can carry people with him. And Ryan Flores now, is he listed I'm not sure what his class is. He a senior or junior? What is he?
I thought he was a junior.
Okay. What is Ryan Flores? Is he a junior or senior? Ryan Flores, junior or senior? Junior. That's good.
Yeah, I was right.
That's good. We're up here with the coaches tonight.
They
let us be up here. 40-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Panthers here. Once again, a very tight formation. Alvarado, the quarterback, with a man in motion, faking. He's going to throw the ball. He's got a man wide open down at the 20-yard line and caught. Beautiful catch down there. And they say it's Joseph Martinez.
Terry, they're calling it a fumble.
You're kidding me. He was down before the ball moved.
They're calling it the side judge called it a fumble after he caught the ball, hit the ground.
Oh.
His knee was down, and they still called it a fumble.
Tough break for the Panthers. Where's our instant replay when we need it?
Well,
I mean, that play was he was down.
I'm more than sure they're going to edit it. And they need to get together on this because he was down. The line judge was out of position.
He caught the ball on the ground. He caught the ball on the ground. You can't fumble the ball if you catch it on the ground.
Well, and not only that, Terry, the side judge was totally out of position for that. He was behind the players, trailing. How can you make a call like that if you don't even see the play?
Well, a tough break for the Panthers, no doubt about that. They did not get a break on that call.
And this is where the referees, Terry, have really affected games with us. Throughout this season.
We've had some.
We've had some very bad calls, and Tony V has every right to be upset with that because everybody on this side saw that was not a fumble. He was down already.
He caught the ball on the ground. That's what I'm saying. He caught the ball on the ground, and Tony V is not real happy at all. And the guy in the white hat is the referee. He wasn't near the play. It was the side judge or whatever you say over on the far side of the field. But But
And the side judge was totally out of position, Terry.
Yep.
I mean, as a referee, you need to be in position in order to call a play. If you're out of position, then you have no business calling that play.
is that what you call a homer call?
You better believe it. He was on that side of the field.
Yeah, he was right by the San Benito bench.
And he sat there and waited, Terry, for somebody to pick up the ball. Didn't blow the whistle. San Benito picked it up. So what we need to do is forget about this, get the defense out there, and get that ball back.
Yeah, you have to have a short memory, that's for sure, because you're going to get bad calls. That's for sure. We've had worse than that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Here we go. Marquez is back in the quarterback. The ball on about the 26-yard line. Snap back. This time he does hand off to Herrera. Boy, he got hammered at the line of scrimmage. This time the Panthers are not going to let him slip by. And good defensive play by the Panthers that time. Good stop by number 77, Guzman, and number 68, Michael Zuniga, also in on the stop for the Weslaco Panthers.
What you want to do, Terry, is anytime as a defensive team, once your offense turns the ball over, you have a turnover of some sort, you want to stop them. Make sure they punt or get the ball back at the same time.
Well, trip receivers out to this side, Joey. Marquez can also throw the ball. Remember, he threw a touchdown pass for the only score of the ball game. But he's dangerous. He can go both ways, but he can throw the ball. He's running to his right, still running. They're trying to look at him here. He's got a receiver wide open, and the Panthers make the tackle. That time, nobody slipped that tackle. Number 6, and that is Jesse Trevino on the stop for Weslaco.
Penalty on the sideline, Terry.
Okay.
Coming from it looked like the
they owe us
umpire.
one. They owe us one.
Well, and that may be a makeup call because they had the offensive lineman downfield.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Okay, ineligible receiver downfield then.
Big old 79.
Okay.
Looked like he was in no man's land out there, where an offensive lineman should never be.
Yeah, they owe us a penalty, that's for sure. Yep, that is for sure.
And I didn't know exactly who threw the flag. It looked like from the umpire, but it could be the side judge trying to make up for that play.
You know, that pass by Nathan Alvarado to Martinez was set up beautifully. And like I said, we just had a tough break on the call. All right, here we go. The ball is back at about the 20-yard line. Let's see where they do finally mark it. Looks like it's right on the 20-yard line. It is first, actually, they got second down and some long distance to go. They got to go all the way up to about the 36. Okay, we're keeping you updated from Bobby Lackey tonight as well. Got a little memo. We'll pass that along here in a moment. I'll let Joey pass it along here in a second. Handoff. Oh, man, wide open as a running back this time and up to the 36-yard line and a little bit beyond that and close to a first down.
Wow, you expected that kind of play. Just a couple Panthers not making the hard tackles that you want them to.
Joey, what's our first update from Bobby Lackey?
Well, Bobby Lackey stayed in the first quarter. Wesco East 3.
3. That's it? Is that a partial score?
Is
that a partial score?
Mercedes Tigers 0.
Okay, 3-0. The Wildcats leading in after one quarter, after a quarter, or just in the first quarter?
In the first quarter.
In the first quarter, the Wildcats 3, Mercedes nothing.
You like that pause?
I'm going to tell you about that in a second, about that partial score there. Okay. Marquez, it fires it out to the side. He's got a receiver at the 40, 45, and these guys from San Benito, but I see a flag, I think, on the far side of the field. George Carlin used to do a spiff when he was the Hippy Dippy Weatherman, Al Sleet, the Hippy Dippy Weatherman, years ago when he was a family show. Okay. And he used to do scores, and he'd do partial. He said he went like Stanford 3. Well, that's a partial score. You know? So.
Well, I got that from a radio guy that does play-by-play.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, and now back to our station for station identification. So I got that, and then a friend of mine who does a Killer Bees game, Rich Bocchini, actually does that now. He kind of takes a little version of his own, but you know, in radio guys, they all take.
I'll tell you a story about
the
radio guys that I don't think many people in Texas can relate to, but I'm from the state of Michigan. I'll tell you about a real famous saying in Michigan here in just a second. All right, trip receivers to the far side near the Panther bench.
Waiting for the second quarter.
Okay, that's the end of the first quarter, and boy, after one, it's low scoring, 7-0. Greyhound leading over Weslaco.
What do you want to do after high school?
When I grow up, I want to be an FBI agent.
I want to be a sales manager.
I want to be an engineer.
I want to be a registered nurse.
I want to be a football coach.
Every child has a dream. Here at Weslaco ISD, we're providing our students with the ability to succeed. Whether your dream is to be a teacher, carpenter, photographer, or a variety of dreams,
the Career and Technical Education programs
has a class for you. Sign up for CATE classes today and earn
college credit and industry certification.
Start a brighter future today.
All right, here we go. Second quarter about underway. Remember the quarter break, they only take a long enough break to move the chains from one end of the field to the other. So let's see where they're going to bring it this time.
We didn't have time to finish our conversation.
We had a conversation. Yeah, we were cut off about that, Joey. Here we go. The ball is on about the 27-yard line. It is first down and long after that penalty that ended the first quarter. 7-0 after the quarter. The Hounds leading. Scored on the first drive of the game, and that's been it. Been a couple of turnovers, one by Weslaco, one by San Benito since then. And there goes Marquez on the run again, breaks a tackle. Finally, the up end on about the 35-yard line.
Wow, Terry.
That looked like R.C. Cervantes out there on the tackle. I don't know if that's him or not, but that's who it looked like. I thought I saw an 80.
I thought it was.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
Big 68, I think it was. It looked like 60. Of course,
maybe it was.
R.C. Cervantes is out there.
Okay.
He looks like he's playing safety.
Boy, my eyes must be getting better.
Wow, you beat that?
Yeah.
You beat me to the punch on that one.
And I'm an old man.
Yeah, old.
Older than you. All right, here we go. Ball on the 35-yard line. Second down and about 12, but this team can get yardage in a hurry. Marquez, the drop, still rolling. You got a man out there and caught and out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. On the reception that time, Anthony Moreno, number 27, one of the leading receivers in the district. And they didn't quite make the first down here, Joey, but they got close and are third down and 1 here. Really, the only thing in the ball game that has stopped San Benito was a fumble by their quarterback, Brandon Marquez, in the first quarter. So they have not had to punt the ball yet. We've had to punt the ball. Yeah. So is there timeout or not? It just looks like they're going back to the huddle.
Like an official timeout.
Okay, it might be to measure. Yeah, he did get close. He got it up to about the 47-yard line, but that time Marquez had all kinds of time to throw the ball, and he found his receiver.
That's why he had more
He moves
time.
that pocket.
Yeah, he moves that pocket.
Yeah. So let's check out. They go all the way across the field. You know, and I'm okay, the flag crew always goes on the visiting side. He's about 2 footballs short. So maybe a half a yard or so. That's almost like a free down in a way.
We had a good view. Yep. Jim Zavala on the camera tonight.
Well, Jim's on the camera, but I'll tell you what, the guy that runs that monitor for us, he's doing a good job.
Is that me or you?
Well, we don't have Danny, the slow-mo replay man, tonight because he's back at Lackey Stadium for probably might be the biggest crowd at that newly renovated stadium because Mercedes is in town against Weslaco East, and we got our other crew. We got David Fox and Carlos Robledo covering that game for KWS, and you got to know that's going to be a humdinger of a football game.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why you gave me the short stool, and you got the tall one.
I don't want to get into it. We don't have time for that discussion right now. Here we go, third down and about a half a yard to go. San Benito at their own 47-yard line, but you got to know that Marquez is going to have something to do with this play. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take off running. No, he does. He fakes and runs, and he's got a hole past the 50 to the 45, still breaking tackle, and R.C. Cervantes slips down, and finally in on the stop that time, I believe Eric Hernandez. Nope, that's number 28. We never did figure out who number 28 was. He is not on our roster. And that is 28 as sure as I'm standing here.
Yep,
another huge play from the 47-yard line down to inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That's another about a 24-yard gain by Marquez. He's got to be over 100 yards already.
Yeah,
because he's had at least 4 or 5 of those plays.
All he did was get drop back a little bit, show the ball to the linebackers, freeze them, and then just go upfield.
Nobody's getting a clean shot on this guy, where you can really rattle his teeth a little bit. All right, here we go. First and 10 inside the 30. Marquez again. Long snap count. He's going to throw. He fakes over the middle. He's got a receiver into the end zone. Touchdown. One more time. That's number 31 this time. That is Chris Preciado, who's another one of their good receivers. And he had all day to throw it. And, boy, he put it right on the money, and he beat the defensive back. And Preciado got the touchdown. That is 2 touchdown passes for Marquez in the game. Both at the beginning of one at the beginning of the first quarter and one here at the beginning of the second quarter. And it is now 13-0, the Greyhounds leading.
And that came off that bad call by the official.
Yes, yeah. That was almost a 75 to 80 yard drive after that turnover on a very controversial call. Let's just call it that. Here's the kick up, and it is good. So with 10:36 to go to halftime, the score now, the Greyhounds 14 and Weslaco nothing.
Survey shows that 98% of parents whose children attend Weslaco High School want their child to go to college. Survey also shows that 91% of Weslaco High School students want to obtain a 2-year degree or higher. Where are you going? Where are you going? Weslaco High School Gear Up class of 2011 is going to college.
And so can you!
Well, the Panthers find themselves down 14-0 here early on in the quarter. And the way they moved the ball the last time they had it, Joey, it looks like they might be able to do some damage. But the number one thing is they're going to have to stop the Greyhounds. And the Greyhounds, like I said, the only time they got stopped tonight is when Marquez actually fumbled the football.
Yeah, they were moving the ball pretty well, and we can just hope that they have another drive like that, Terry. You want to start it off good, though, with a good kickoff return.
Yep.
And that's the one thing the Panthers have not had, and they need to do that now.
Well, the last time San Benito only kicked the ball about 30 yards, and we got the good field position because he just didn't kick it that far. This time, though,
another squib kick.
Yeah, well, down to about the 7-yard line, picked up and then knocked out of bounds. And this is going to give Weslaco position at only the 10-yard line. That is John Rojas, who had trouble handling the football, and I mean, San Benito doesn't get it, but all of a sudden now we got the ball at the 11 or 12-yard line. We're in a hole.
Yeah,
we are in the hole.
You know, but Terry, that's been the season for us this year. It's been, little mistakes here and there that really put us in bad spots.
Well, little mistakes add up to big mistakes. In a football game, and most coaches will tell you a football game can hinge on about 4 or 5 plays. If you go back to every game, there's 4 or 5 plays that really turn around a game, and that could be one of them. Because, right, like I said, it's field position. Nathan Alvarado is going to work out of a shotgun this time. The line of scrimmage, the 12-yard line for the Panthers. So they've got a hole to get out of. Now they shift back up. This is something a little different here. Handoff coming wide. Is that Rojas again? Yep, it is. And he didn't get much. Didn't get back to even the line of scrimmage, I don't think. He did tried to do a little shake and bake move, but that is hard to do in the middle between the tackles. That's real hard to do. So Rojas running left. Rojas is, I think, the 3rd leading rusher in the district. He's he could if he had a good night tonight, Joey, he could actually go over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, and that, you want to talk about bright points. John Russ has been one of the bright points for the Panthers.
Yeah. Here's a huge second down play coming up. Second and about 8 or 9 to go. They shift to the right, pitch out that way. That looks like Ryan Flores with a football. Cuts back against the grain up over the 20, 23-yard line. Nice little run that time by Ryan Flores behind some block. Usually he's one of the lead blockers. This time he was behind the blocking.
Well, he's a big guy, Terry. He's hard to bring down. You took a couple guys with him for a couple of yards once they got initial contact on him.
Well, he moved the sticks. They got a first down. They had about 2nd and 8, and Ryan got behind Ralph Garcia, and even John Rojas got out in front to block. That was kind of a student body right that time.
Well, watch out for Nathan Alvarado. He showed that he could throw the ball earlier. Besides that fumble, or that so-called fumble, he threw the ball very nicely earlier.
Okay, here we go. Fake. Alvarado back against the grain, up the field. Got a receiver. Whoa! Up the field, and he almost had R.C. Cervantes. He actually, we thought it was going to be maybe an interception, but he actually threw it over the defensive back, and R.C. Cervantes in stride almost caught the ball.
Well, what R.C. did is a lot of receivers do this, Terry. They stop on the play thinking it's going to be short, and actually ends up being overthrown by him. If R.C. would have kept on running, that ball was going to be perfect. What a great throw by Nathan.
All right, that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 yards to go. The ball on the 24-yard line as Weslaco trying to move the ball again here in the second quarter. Trailing 14-0. Got a couple of receivers to both sides this time. Ryan Flores in the backfield along with Alvarado. He's going to run an option play. Now he's going to take off himself. He's up over the 25 to about the 28-yard line. There's a play that I've been waiting all year to see as Nathan lost his helmet. he ran an option play. He could have pitched back to Ryan, but that's kind of getting the quarterback involved, maybe the old wishbone or something of that nature.
Well, Nathan's a good runner. That's one of the things that the coaches will tell you, that Nathan's a pretty good runner. He's a big kid. He can take a hit, and he can lay a hit, too. He was a He was a linebacker, and then for a little bit, a nose tackle.
Well, they've got a big third down play here, Joey. It's about third down and maybe about 6 yards to go. They need to get up to about the 34-yard line. So this is a big play. Alvarado's under center. Looking down the line, he sends Cervantes in motion. He's going to roll that way. He's got a little dump pass out there and just underthrows R.C. Cervantes. And that's going to bring up fourth down, and the Panthers are going to be forced to punt here. Well, they had a shot at it, but not to go.
Fourth down situation. Back to receive will be number 3, C.J. Gonzalez.
So the line of scrimmage is about my guess is about the 27 or 28. The scoreboard says the 28. So the ball is on the 28-yard line. That is not Sabino Reyna, I don't think, or is that 24? It doesn't look like 24. It looks like 28 or 29. Oh, is it? It's Sabino? Okay.
So 28
So his 28 is Sabino tonight, yep. We were wondering who that mystery guy was. And Sabino's left-footed kick over midfield down to about the
wow.
Well, where did it? I missed it. I totally missed it. Oh, I totally missed it there.
Yeah, it took a Greyhound bounce, almost went to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, so it really was a short kick, a kick of maybe only 5 or 10 yards, and we've seen that a lot this year where we've had kicks inside of 20 yards. So this is going to give the Greyhounds field position in Panther territory at about the 41-yard line. So they're going to have a short field to work with.
Not good.
All right, here we go. Marquez again. Marquez has led 2 touchdowns. You know, you think this guy's running, but in the end, he's thrown 2 touchdown passes tonight.
Well, they set up the pass very well, Terry.
Okay.
If he's run, and then when it comes in within the 20-yard line, he passed the ball. And that's where they've been successful.
Okay. Timeout with a score of 14-0, the Greyhounds.
Gilman Chevrolet salutes all Rio Grande Valley High School athletes. A great selection in the Gilman low price policy that'll save you money. It's gotta be Gilman Chevrolet. Family owned and operated. Gilman has over 2,000 new and used cars to choose from at GilmanAuto.com. Winner of the Rio Grande Valley Reader's Choice Award for Best New Car Dealership, Gilman Chevrolet continues a 70-year family tradition of serving Texans. Gilman Chevrolet, 2 locations. Gilman, way to go.
Panthers coming up to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. Ball on about the 41-yard line. First down and 10 for the Greyhounds, leading 14-0. With an opportunity here to add to that score. Marquez is going to fake, drops straight back to throw over the middle. Got a wide open receiver.
Wow.
10-5 touchdown. Nobody in the ballpark. That again was number 18. That's his second pass he's caught. J.C. Guzman. Remember, he caught one at the beginning of the ball game. This time, somebody busted an assignment because he was everybody else was covered. He was wide open.
Yeah, I mean, somebody being that wide open, Terry, had to have busted a play.
Yep. And 20-0, 8:23. That's 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes and about 13 seconds. It was 10:36 when they scored. They get the ball back after a very short punt. And what is that? A 1-play drive?
Yeah. And you know, Terry, that's what happens when you have a short field and defense. They can do almost anything they want offensively.
That was a 41-yard pass. That's the 3rd touchdown pass tonight by Brandon Marquez. We talk about his running ability, and it's been good, but his passing has been right. I mean, he's right on the money. And 3 touchdowns. It's 21-0 the Hounds with 8:23 to go here in the second quarter.
Tired of just sitting and not doing anything with your life? Become proficient in the medical field. Learn the electronic configurations of a car. Acquire the skills of construction. Design and build your own computer. Become the broadcasters of tomorrow. For additional information, contact your counselor or career and technical department.
21-0 is our score.
Hey, Terry, we talked about the facilities here. We were just observing some of the stuff that our guys do at Bobby Lackey Stadium compared to these guys that do here. They're playing replays from games that have happened throughout the year. you know, and we show games we show the game that's actually taking place in front of you. So if you come to Bobby Lackey Stadium, you actually see live stuff that's happening on the field compared to stuff that had happened 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
I missed something because they're going to kick off at the 45-yard line. That means we got another penalty.
Personal foul.
I didn't. I'll tell you what. It rains, it pours, and the Panthers now have been outscored 45-0 in the last quarter and a half. Now you take the last 4 minutes against Porter, where 24 points went on the board instantaneously, and then 21 tonight. That's 45-0. The Panthers, since the last time they scored a point. And this one's just out of play. The Panthers, actually, they're doing the Panthers a favor. They get the ball on the 20-yard line.
That's the best.
Last time it was on the 10. That was part of the problem. We had to start so deep in our territory. Now, we did come out a couple of first downs, but it has been a tough evening for the Panthers so far this first half. So it's kind of a carryover of that fourth quarter against Porter. So let's hope maybe we can get it turned around, a break or something. Just a spark. A play where we don't get a call against us, or something.
And Terry, things have happened. Stranger things have happened where people, teams are up 21-0.
Oh yeah.
And all of a sudden they end up losing the game. So it's not impossible to lose a game that you're behind 21-0.
Oh yeah. Well, how do you keep the team that's up 21-0 motivated? Because you got the lead. You tend to it's natural to coast, as that play went absolutely nowhere in the middle of the field.
Well, if you
and
notice,
no
Terry,
gain on the play.
You notice defensively, what are the San Benito Greyhounds doing? They're doing what every single team has done against the Panthers, and that's with 9 people up in the box, making sure that every single person's there. The one safety guy way deep, maybe 5-10 yards. Everybody else is going to look for the run.
Well, the line of scrimmage, just to do your point, the line of scrimmage is the 20. They have 9 players. Now they have 10 players within 5 yards of the football. They've only got 1 guy beyond 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Okay. Now we're going to go up underneath the snap here. Alvarado fakes, but nope, nobody was fooling that. Rojas got the kind of the behind the back handoff that time. The old days they might have called that the Statue of Liberty, but he lost yardage all the way back to about the 16-yard line. So the drive that started on the 20 is back to about the 16 or 15. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long here.
And what San Benito did, Terry, with that one, number 6, a linebacker, just shot the gap.
Right.
Well, actually, no, he wasn't a linebacker at the time. He was a defensive tackle and just shot the gap at the time.
Well, like I said, they had 10 guys within 5 yards of the ball. You're outnumbered at that point. And now we've got a timeout on the field with the score San Benito 21, Weslaco nothing.
What do you want to do after high school?
When I grow up, I want to be an FBI agent.
I want to be a sales manager.
I want to be an engineer.
I want to be a registered nurse.
I want to be a football coach.
Every child has a dream. Here at Weslaco ISD, we're providing our students with the ability to succeed. Whether your dream is to be a teacher, carpenter, photographer, or a variety of fields,
the Career and Technical Education programs
has a class for you. Sign up for CATE classes today and earn
college credit and industry certification.
Start a brighter future today.
All right, both teams back on the field right now. 3rd down and about 15 to go from the 15-yard line. So the Panthers are going to need some kind of a big play here, or they're going to have to punt the football away again. And they got a little reverse. To Cervantes coming, trying to wide, and he's going to go down. He might have lost a couple. San Benito again looking for a running play, and that's exactly what they got. They lost 3 more, and so it's going to be 4th down and 17 yards to go. A net loss of 7 yards on the 3 plays that Weslaco tried, and Sabino Reyna is going to have to punt the ball and probably be standing in the end zone when he gets rid of it. The last time that punt was only about 7 yards from the line of scrimmage. Let's hope he gets a boomer off this time. So we lose 7 yards in 3 plays, Joey. We're back 4th down and about 17 to go. Sabino Reyna standing right on the goal line there, standing in that gold right near the Ann and Hounds. Gets the snap back.
Wow.
Blocked out of the end zone. I believe that, did they catch it or not? Safety. So 3, there was nobody close. There was 3 people who blocked that one.
They just overloaded the right-hand side.
23-0. And now the bad part about a safety, now you got a kick.
Yeah.
You got a free kick from the 20-yard line, which is going to give the other team the field position.
Well, what they did was they overloaded the right-hand side, the far left on their side of the bench, and just really took control of that line of scrimmage.
Number 19, Marquez makes the block.
So they credit number 19, Polo Martinez, was an official block. So since it was blocked out of the back of the end zone, it is a 2-point safety. San Benito picks up a couple of points, and it's 23-0. I'm not sure what Coach Villarreal is upset about, because, or who the coach is down there. He's talking to his kick team. But a short punt and a block punt. Sabino didn't even have a chance. They were over him in a hurry. And he's a left-handed kicker, so they know which side to come on.
That's exactly what
they came on their right side, our left side. And now they're going to get a free kick from the 20. Looks like it's going to be a kickoff. It used to be in the old days where you could do it any way you want to. I'm not sure who the kickoff man is. It's not 55, I don't think, is it? Well, if it is, that's a new guy. That would be Mauricio Verdine. But
wow.
But
I haven't seen him before.
Nope. I don't think it's who's going to kick, but that's who lined up the ball, 55.
He looks like he's going to kick it, Terry.
Well, it might be. Let's see.
There he is.
Yep. And up the field it comes, over midfield. Picked up there at about the 40-yard line. Up to the 48-yard line, a little scrum at about midfield. That's about where we're going to take it. Just a lot of bodies at midfield that time. And things are getting a little chippy out there. So here we go again with tremendous field position for the San Benito Greyhounds. 6:03 to go. They've had a big second quarter. Remember, it was 7-0 after one quarter, Joey. 7-0. They have scored 16 points already, and Weslaco's had it twice for basically 3 and out.
You know, they had that one good drive, Terry, that ended with a fumble, and that kind of
took that was one of the turning points of the ballgame, certainly, because Weslaco was on the run that time. They could have tied the ballgame up. Who knows where we go? Marquez again rolls to his right. He's going to throw the football down the middle, and this time in some traffic. Incomplete, I believe, that time, but good coverage by the Panther secondary.
Sabino Reyna out there.
Is that Reyna?
Yep, number 28 now.
28, yep. But a good play that time. Marquez, they're going right back to the passing game.
Well, Sabino Reyna out there with Jesse Trevino, I think. That was number 6. Jesse.
Okay, yep.
Jesse Trevino out there, both covering the Greyhounds receiver.
This is where I look for Marquez to take off and run the ball on some kind of a fake pass, and then maybe a draw play. But I'm only the broadcaster. I'm not the coach.
Thank God.
But yeah, there you go. I agree with you there. So Marquez is going to get the football here. Tommy Herrera is his running back with him. And that's what exactly, he faked Herrera. He's still on his, well, good defense that time by the Panthers. Good tackle out there. That's Sabino Reyna. And I believe it might be Dominic Elmer.
Dominic Elmer.
Yep. And that's one of the few times tonight we're able to bring this guy down without breaking a bunch of tackles. He got about 4 on a play. Now it's 3rd down and about 6. Let's see if maybe this is the turnaround for the defense here, because if they can get a stop and force them to punt after another turnover, because really that safety is what you call a turnover and a score.
And Dominic Elmore doing exactly what the coaches tell you. Stand the guy up that's trying to block you. As soon as the quarterback or the runner comes to you, shed the block and go get him. That's exactly what he did.
All right, here we go. Big 3rd down play for San Benito here, just inside Panther territory. Marquez again. Oh, he runs an option play. Let's see if they can stop him. Nope, he's get down the sideline, and he gets out of bounds, but he gets the 1st down. He got inside the 40, or close to it. Let's just say close to the 40. I'm looking at the side here, but close enough, Joey, where they can move the sticks. Getting any more update, are we?
Nothing yet. We're looking, trying to find out what quarter they're in over there.
You know that all year long, in the first half of play, Weslaco East has never given up a point in the first half the whole season.
Wow, what a wonderful.
That's unbelievable. Shut out 7 straight games, and they're doing it. It seems like they're doing it against Mercedes tonight, but
don't count that team out, though.
Oh no, good football. Some good games. A good game of 32-5A this weekend. Los Fresnos and Pace.
Oh yeah.
I believe that's tomorrow night. Marquez again. He's going to drop back. He fakes. He's going to throw. Now he got a happy feet. Now he's going to take off and run. Oh, beautiful move inside, down to about the 30 to 29-yard line. Man, what a fake. You're right, we don't see the replay, but I would love to see the replay of that play.
Terry, personal foul by one of the offensive linemen.
Okay.
It looked like number 71.
Okay.
Came and hit one of the Panthers, and I was trying to figure out who it was. I'm going to guess, and I think it was Montiel that ended up getting hit.
Montiel?
Yeah. But they got that penalty. That ruined a good run.
Yeah, that was what a fake by Marquez.
Marquez, what a great runner.
Oh, man. Yeah, personal foul. 50. And either way, it's going to negate the play. It's going to come back early to the line of scrimmage after the penalties all said and done. So really, there was no gain. It didn't hurt San Benito because the down box stays the same.
Exactly.
So we're back to 1st and 10. The ball on the 39-yard line of the Panthers, and the Panthers just trying to hang on here for that last 4:53 and keep this team off the border, or hold them to maybe a field goal or something.
Yeah.
Because other than a fumble by Marquez in the first quarter, they have not been stopped yet. And this is the team that put 52 on the board against Los Fresnos. He's going to run an option. No, a little fake into the belly of running back and inside the 35. Ooh. And a big hit and a fumble. But San Benito came up with it. But boy, he was hammered. Fumble recovered by one of those offensive linemen.
Hernandez, Terry.
Yep.
What an unbelievable hit. He laid that runner down, and if you can see it, Terry, he just nailed it.
Yep, they're showing a replay. Tony Padilla, a big offensive lineman, is a man who recovered, but that would have been a fumble. That would have been a big break for the Panthers. But he didn't make it the first down. He got about 6 or 7 on the play, down to about the 32-yard line. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and short.
Well, RC showing exactly what the Panther defense used to be like at the beginning of the year, and this one of those kind of offensive linemen, laned out the runners whenever they came in their area.
All right, 2nd down and short. Marquez again. He's going to take off and run. Breaks the tackle, fumbles the ball again, and that's twice now he's fumbled the football. That's 2 plays in a row they fumbled it. Panthers are trying to Sabino Reyna's just trying to dig in there and get that thing out of there. I'll tell you what, this is getting fun here. No, they recovered the ball. Give credit to the quarterback, but you know what? What I've seen in a half a play, and he's limping. Here's what I'm saying, Joey. He's prone to a fumble.
Yeah.
He can be hit and fumble the football.
And that's what you need to do now.
If you get a clean shot on him, like remember we talked about early in the game, we couldn't get a clean shot on this guy. Now we are, and he's starting to cough that thing up a little bit.
Yeah. And Guzman Hernandez going there and knowing that you're going to go after the ball, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're taught as a defensive player. One guy stand up the guy, the other guy go at the ball.
I'll tell you, the guy on this team that can hit is a defensive back is Eric Hernandez. I've seen him force a few fumbles. Marquez at the 35-yard line. He's going to run it. They pitch back 35, 30. Inside, 25, 20, still going. Breaking tackles, 20, 15. And finally, they're getting this little guy down. Number 20, the runner, Anthony Lopez, a sophomore running back. And look at this guy. He doesn't even look that big. And he must have busted at least 2 or 3 tackles, didn't he? I saw 2, 3 that he busted.
3, I saw.
Yep. He got it all the way down to the 11-yard line. They were 3rd down and short, and instead of Marquez running the football, he gives it off to one of his little scat backs, and he took it about 20 yards down to the 11. It's 1st and 10 from there. The clock is now down to under the 3-minute mark, and you know San Benito's going to try to get one more before halftime.
And watch that slant pass, Terry, that they've been doing very well above the in the middle of the linebackers and safeties.
All right, handoff again, right up the middle of the 5-yard line. Oh, into the end zone. How did he bust that tackle? That's the same guy, number 20, Lopez. I thought they had him down at the 5, didn't you?
Yep.
And he just all of a sudden, he went through the pile and into the end zone, and another San Benito touchdown. Unbelievable. I mean, that was, and this is a little guy. He was running right up the center.
I don't know if they're losing him, Terry, or they're.
I don't know, but man, I thought they had him for sure about the 5-yard line. All of a sudden, I seen this little fast dart going through there, and it was him. It was Lopez, and he got her into the end zone with 2:47 to go. It's 29-0. And the kick is up and good. Make it 30-0.
A penalty flag, Terry.
Okay. Well, remember the last time they scored, we got a penalty and they got to kick off at the 45-yard line.
Personal foul towards the Panthers. That's what they're saying.
Well, that's going to give them the kickoff at the 45 again.
Or maybe I could be wrong.
Well, the field is cleared. We don't know what it is, but we'll find out here in a second. Anyway, with 2:47 to go, it's Greyhounds 30, Weslaco nothing.
¿Quién tiene la llave para tu futuro?
La educación de una carrera técnica ofrece entrenamiento activo.
Construyendo mi futuro.
Diseño de tecnología me da la experiencia de un trabajo real.
Un paso adelante para obtener el futuro como siempre había soñado.
¿Quién tiene la llave para tu futuro?
Yo tengo la llave.
Para más información, comunícate con el consejero de tu escuela o con el departamento de las carreras técnicas.
All right, here we go. In fact, you're right, Joey. There was a personal foul. Instead of kicking off at the 45, San Benito has to go all the way back to about the 25 or the 30. So the Panthers should get some good field position here. 2:47 to go. We have one timeout left, or three. No, actually, we've got three timeouts. We got all three of our timeouts left.
I thought we had one. I thought we had
well,
two.
I'm looking at the board and I see a 3 up there, and I see a 1.
No,
for the,
nope.
Oh, you're right. We only have one left.
We have one left.
We have one left. They have 3 left. So we've used up 2 timeouts. They haven't used up 1. They're going to kick the ball off at the 25-yard line. Rojas is one of the deep men.
And this little guy, their kicker, number 2, has done little squib kicks the entire time, except for that last one where he just kicked it into the end zone.
Yep. Well, this time it's all the way back to about the 15-yard line. There's Rojas, I believe, on the stop. Is that Rojas or Cervantes?
That's R.C.
That's R.C. Cervantes, and he's got some running room. Down the sideline right over there in front of the San Benito bench. And a good run back by R.C. Cervantes.
Into Greyhound territory.
So a nice run back, Joey, by the Panthers, and they're going to get a chance to play in San Benito territory, just inside the 50 or about the 49-yard line. And I'll tell you what, we're looking for a spark. We've been looking for that one thing. Let's see if we can get something on the board before halftime.
That'd be great.
And we get the ball to start the second half. Remember, we kicked off.
I'm about to say that. That's a great way to kick off the second half.
Yep. Just keep the football. Nathan Alvarado goes back to throw and then decides not to, and then takes off on kind of a draw. Look at him! Look at him carry. Unbelievable! I wish we had this one on an insert. He carried the pile for 5 yards. For 5 yards, he went back. I thought they had him stopped. He took off and he gained everything he gained. He was carrying players with him.
He's a big guy, too.
Oh yeah.
He's probably one of the biggest guys that we have on our team. I mean,
is he?
If he's big enough to play in nose guard, Terry, he's big enough to carry a couple guys with him.
Well, I want to tell you, he looked like the fridge carrying guys. Remember old William?
Yeah.
Big Sir William from the Chicago Bears?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Second down and about 7 or 8 yards to go. The ball on the 45-yard line. De Leon. Alvarado drops a pass. And just a little bit high, intended for R.C. Cervantes. Cervantes went up for it, but just a little bit out of his reach, and it's going to bring up third down and about 7 or 8 yards to go.
We'll talk about a smart quarterback there. He felt the pressure behind him, and he let the ball go right before he got hit. If he had gotten hit, Terry, he would have probably ended up fumbling the ball.
Could have been. All right, here we go. Third down and about 7 or 8, and with 1:45 to go to halftime. Big play coming up for the Panther offense here. Nathan Alvarado under center. Got 3 receivers. Now he sends one in motion here. And we might have a motion penalty. Let's wait and see here. Yeah, Martinez in motion to this side, and that might cost him 5 yards. Yep, that's exactly what it's going to do. They're going to bring the football back into, actually they're going to put it right on the 50-yard line. Right on the 50-yard line, right there in the middle of that Greyhound there, about the nose. So that's going to bring up third down and about 13 to go. The Panthers need to go down to about the 37-yard line for a first down. Larry Cardenas, the center, leads them out, number 65. The only returning letterman in that offensive line. Shotgun by Alvarado. Fakes. Under pressure again, still under pressure. Breaks a couple of tackles. 50. And I think he fumbled the ball. It's still on the ground. I think San Benito's got it. Yep. He was trying to shed tacklers, and the ball was stripped.
Yeah, he was trying to make something out of nothing.
Yep.
You got to hand it to Nathan for at least trying to do that.
In the backfield, 96 and 99.
So another turnover by Weslaco. Let's see if, and I'll tell you, with 1 minute and 36 seconds to go, and the offense that San Benito has, and 3 timeouts, you got to know they're going to go for another score.
Yeah.
Knowing that they're going to have to kick off to start the second half, San Benito.
And they're going to try to get something.
Oh yeah, try to get something here. Remember, they've had a couple of long. Last time they had the ball, one of the times they had the ball, a 41-yard pass by Marquez right up the middle where the receiver was wide open. And right now he's discussing the play with one of his running backs. Line of scrimmage is the 47-yard line. San Benito in their own territory. Now he rolls. He steps down. He's got a wide open receiver at the 43-yard line, down and about the 40. And Weslaco all over the ball carrier there. The receiver was number 26, Ralph Sanchez. This guy, he's gone to about, what, 5 or 6 different receivers already? Yeah. He spreads the wealth around. Now, the only man, kind of the star, has been J.C. Guzman, number 18, who's got 2 touchdown passes. But give Marquez credit. He's pretty accurate when he throws the football.
Yeah, and he can run it, too. That's what makes him a dangerous quarterback. I think he's probably, I would assume he's more dangerous than Tostalo, because Tostalo wasn't throwing the ball as much as Marquez is.
Yeah, Marquez has thrown the ball a few times tonight. And Marquez is going to take off and run. He breaks a tackle. They bring him down inside the 30, about the 27-yard line. And I'll tell you what, he makes up the ground in a hurry. The thing on Marquez, though, if we're going to get to this guy, we're going to have to force him to fumble the ball, because he has shown he's coughed it up twice already tonight. One time we got it, one time they got it back, but I'm just saying, if you can fumble it twice, you can fumble it 3 times.
Oh, yeah, when you know that ball can come loose, you need to go after it.
And it might be the way he carries the ball. It might be carrying it loose.
Well, they always tell you that you hold it up to your chest. When you're running with the ball, you want to run it high.
Right.
You know, the one person that used to bring this to mind was the New York Giants running back Tiki Barber. Tiki Barber was one of those running backs where he would fumble. He was known for fumbling. He changed the way he carried the ball, which was a little bit high towards his chest. The ball, the nose of the ball up in the air towards his chin. And that prevented him from losing the ball a lot.
Okay.
And Marquez holds it way down here towards his rib cage.
The old loaf of bread.
Yeah. And he holds it with one hand, so when he gets into traffic, doesn't even use 2 hands.
Well, we're 1 minute and 8 seconds away from halftime. The Greyhounds have the ball inside the 30. They've moved it very quickly with a couple of plays. The band getting ready to perform here at halftime. The Panther Corps. Marquez again had a big first half. He's going to, I thought he was going to have a option play. But, you know, he's got well over 200 yards in the first half between his rushing and his passing. His passing yardage has got to be well over 100. Just on the 3 touchdowns he's thrown. Well, another timeout. I believe this one being called again by San Benito. They're down to 1 timeout. So with 58 seconds to go, Greyhounds leading 30-0.
Survey shows that 98% of parents whose children attend Weslaco High School want their child to go to college. Survey also shows that 91% of Weslaco High School students want to obtain a 2-year degree or higher. Where are you going? Where are you going? Weslaco High School Gear Up class of 2011 is going to college.
And so can you!
All right, the Panthers back on the field. Big timeout here. Let's see what they can do here. Let's see if they can hold them off the board here. They've got 58 seconds, both teams with 1 timeout. San Benito has the football. The line of scrimmage is listed as the 24-yard line, and Marquez has been in control all night long.
Watch J.C. Guzman. Slot position there.
And quick look, and a pass over the middle, and they've got another receiver and a big hit down, but all the way down to about the 11. R.C. Cervantes in on the stop. The catch was Ralph Sanchez. Remember, he's already caught a touchdown tonight, number 26. That's going to move the chains. That's going to bring it inside the, right about the 11-yard line. So they could actually get another first down here. The clock is moving, or it should be moving. Now it's starting to move. Under 50 seconds to go. First down and 10. Marquez, a spread formation this time. Handoff up the middle. Got some running room. 5-yard line, bumping around into the end zone easily. That's number 23, Tommy Herrera. So they get 1 more on the board after another turnover. And now it is 36-0 with 39 seconds to go to halftime. Extra point attempt coming up. And another whistle. Illegal procedure is the call against San Benito. So it seems like every time we've had a point after here lately, there's been some kind of a penalty on it. There was a personal foul after the safety, a personal foul after the last extra point attempt by San Benito. So, but these are kind of penalties that's not hurting them right now. And the kicker, number 2, Julio Martinez. Snap back, kick up, and it is good. So our score now at 37-0. The Greyhounds are leading the Panthers.
On April 1st, 2010, our nation will be counted. Every person, whoever they are, wherever they live. And what we learn will transform what we know about ourselves. The 2010 census, it's a new portrait of America.
Ball is on the 40-yard line to kick off. Once again, both bands getting ready to perform here at halftime. It has not been a Panther first half, that's for sure. In fact, they have given up 61 unanswered points. That's incredible. I don't think I've seen that happen many, many years. Even they had some lean years. The Panthers did a couple of 3 years ago, but they gave up the last 24 a week ago and then 37 here at halftime. So let's just put an end to all this. Maybe come out in the second half and do some work. Huge second quarter for San Benito. And that is R.C. Cervantes. In fact, if I remember right, Joey, at the end of one quarter, it was 7-0.
Yep.
7-0.
Exactly
They have outscored the Panthers 30-0 in the second quarter.
A couple things.
30-0.
Yeah, a couple things that happened during that second quarter was just the field position.
Yeah,
when you give somebody
that
half
was
the
big.
Field,
Yeah.
I mean, to work with that, you got to respect their offense, and you give them half the field. I don't care, what kind of defense you have. That's not going to help you out.
Yeah, this is as good a. Well, remember, they're no fluke. They put 52 on the board against Los Fresnos at Los Fresnos, and we know how good they were. They hadn't lost a district game in 4 years, so this is a San Benito team that is starting to come together. Servando Herrera with a run for maybe 4 or 5 yards up to the 35, and if nobody stops the clock, that may be the last play of the first half. Depends on how quickly the Panthers can get to the line. They do send in a play. Right now the clock is at 15 seconds and coming down. I think they're maybe going to try for one more play here if they can get it. We're down to 9. So yeah, they're going to get one more in, I believe. Nathan Alvarado, inside handoff, maybe 3 or 4 yards, and that'll do it. We're going to go to halftime with the score. San Benito 37 and Weslaco nothing. Right again, Zach Flores is the quarterback, number 10. He's going to send a man in motion. He's going to roll it. Oh, hello.
We are not from the north side.
We are not from the south side.
And we're not from the east side.
Inside handoff, 30-yard line, 35 to the corner to the 40. He might go 45-yard line to the end zone, touchdown.
We are Weslaco.
San Benito fans, get your drawing tickets.
Welcome back to Bobby Morrow Stadium. Terry Beitler along with Joey Gavillo. And we are just finishing up the halftime festivity. And at halftime, the score in the game has been all San Benito. They lead 37-0. And Joey, 30 points unanswered in that second quarter. To me, there's been a couple of big turnovers or big turnarounds in the game. Key plays, obviously the one where we got a kind of a bad break on a call on an intercept or what they call a fumble, and they recovered. We were marching for a touchdown, and to me, that's maybe been the biggest turnaround in the entire game.
Well, Terry, if you want to look at some bright points of the Panthers and what they came from this game, you really can't come up with much for 37-0. But the one thing, the Panthers have not been penalized too much in this half. And that's one thing that had plagued the Panthers throughout the entire season had been penalties. And I think they've been only penalized twice in this first half. So if they can, have the ball bounce a different way, get some good yardage on some kickoffs and punts, I think we can change the second half and turn it around a little bit.
Well, they're going to have to play it a couple quarters at a time. I think the outcome of the game is pretty much in San Benito's favor, but like you said, you have to play it one quarter, and we've just had 4 quarters that have been a nightmare in the last 4 quarters. And what they need to do is turn it around, because there's always next week. We still got another game against Rivera, a team that we can definitely beat. Another one right down the middle. They pick it up again at about the 30-yard line. And 35-yard line, is that Joey DeLeon? Again, that's twice now. He's carried the kickoff. That's twice now they've had returns on kickoffs. Little scrambling going down on the field there, but Joey DeLeon definitely the ball carrier. And he has not caught a pass. We haven't seen the halfback pass yet tonight.
Not at all.
We've had it like 3 or 4 games in a row, and it's been successful, so.
Well, we've seen some weird formations tonight. And that's exactly what the Panthers need to come out and just try something new, try something different, something they're not expecting. But, one of the things the Panthers have done is go back to the old reliable, and the reliable has not been as reliable as it's been in the past.
Well, they have really stopped John Rojas tonight. He's been over 100 yards average the whole season. I don't think he had 50 at halftime. Usually he gets that one big play, and here he goes. He's starting out the second half. It's either him or Ryan Flotas. That was John Rojas. Yep, right up the middle. And he doesn't usually run up the middle. He's more of an attacker from the outside where he can get that one step on you. But the ball is at the 44-yard line. A gain that time about 6 or 7 yards. Nice little play. Always interesting to see how they make their adjustments at halftime. Hand off. Whoop. Little busted play there. There's all kinds of movement before the snap. And that's, we were just talking about the lack of penalties by the Panthers. This is going to cost them 5 yards.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything.
No. Well, we've been known to jinx once in a while.
47, 9, 4, 0, 4, 2, 4, 7, 9, 4, 0, 4,
I think somebody's winning something. They're giving out a bunch of ticket numbers or something like that. Either that or you overparked in the parking lot.
Yeah, I was looking at this field, Terry, being grass. I went down earlier, and I'm not used to grass anymore.
I know, it's unusual, isn't it?
Even the way it looks on TV, it just has a different look to it. Like
well, here's the discombobulation here. The second play in, we've had to call a timeout. Trying to get everybody on the same page. So timeout on the field with the score 37-0, San Benito.
What do you want to do after high school?
When I grow up, I want to be an FBI agent.
I want to be a sales manager.
I want to be an engineer.
I want to be a registered nurse.
I want to be a football coach.
Every child has a dream. Here at Weslaco ISD, we're providing our students with the ability to succeed. Whether your dream is to be a teacher, carpenter, photographer, or a variety of fields,
The Career and Technical Education Programs
has a class for you. Sign up for K classes today and earn
college credit and industry certification.
Start a brighter future today.
The line of scrimmage, the 39-yard line, second down and probably about 8. So that penalty, Joey, cost him 5 very critical yards here, but we're still looking for Rojas to break loose. Like I said, he always gets at least 1 or 2 a game where he puts some big numbers on the board. So as they break the huddle here, just underway here in quarter number 3. Hand up. Oh, that is Rojas. And speak of that, down the sideline into Greyhound territory, down the 40. Well, I guess maybe I should have spoken earlier about this, because here he goes. That is by far and away his biggest play of the game, and I think that might be the biggest Panther play of the game. They're into Greyhound territory. They're going to mark it at the 43-yard line. So a nice little run that time by John Rojas, who did get to the corner.
Besides that pass earlier in the first quarter, that's been the best play the Panthers had so far.
Best running play by Stapar. Cervantes in motion. He gets the ball. He's got some ball carriers in front. Nice block by Herrera. Servando Herrera, and RC gets down to the 35, but number 27 for Weslaco that time. Herrera was leading the interference out there. Did a nice block, and he got his ball carrier a few extra yards. Nice job that time by the running back.
And that's exactly what you want from your running back, your fullbacks, or your fellow running mates. Make sure that they're blocking ahead of you, and Herrera doing such a great job blocking down, getting Rojas a couple more yards.
All right, 1st and 10. A good drive to start the second half. Rojas, inside handoff to Ralph Garcia, who hasn't carried the ball much tonight. He got about 3 or 4 yards inside. between the guard and the center, and he picked up a couple. Okay, he got enough to get the first down. I thought they had a first down on the last play myself, but
we like talking about Ralph Garcia as being the running back where you get 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Well, Ralph does his best. I think he had one game where he had about 77 yards rushing. So right now a new ball carrier in for Weslaco, and that is Francisco Jimenez, and we've seen him earlier in the year do some damage. Kind of a split formation this time. Lugo to the left. Hand off to Ryan Flores behind his blocking inside the 30, down to about the 25 or 26 yard line. Nice little run that time by Ryan behind the blocking of number 57, Anselmo Torres. We're trying to get some of these offensive linemen a little love, little recognition there.
They normally don't get that.
No, they don't. Little sugar, what they call it,
Get them a taco or something.
Yeah, taco or, there you go. They're good. But these are the guys that they're the heart and soul of the team. Also out there, number 71, Jesse Garza. So here we go. Second down and about 4. RC inside handoff, cut back, and that's Rojas. And he. I tell you what, you can't juke and jive when you're in between the guards. You got to get to the outside before you can put those little moves on. Because you're not going to beat a big defensive lineman with that kind of a move. But they lost about a yard. Now we come up with a big third down play. We are getting down we are moving the ball. Remember, we got good field position to start the second half. And with Ryan Flores and Ralph Garcia in the lineup, how about this? Number 7, Tim Cerna. Well, actually, now it's Edward Palamine. They've changed the numbers through the course of the year. That's Edward Palamine, the ball, one of the carriers. That's Ralph Garcia.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, the defense for San Benito, remember Dave Evans, the defensive coordinator for this squad, longtime head coach in the district. Remember, he coached for Donna, he coached for Brownsville Hanna, among other schools. Valley View most recently.
Yeah, he was head coach at Valley View.
Yeah, but he was head coach at Donna, head coach at Brownsville Hanna not too many years ago. His kids were playing.
Actually Brownsville Hanna, then Donna, and then Valley View, right?
Right, in that order.
Well, he went somewhere between Donna and Valley View, didn't he?
I think he went up and helped out at Texas Kingsville. I think he was up there for a short time.
You know what? I think
in kind of a consultant capacity. Fake. Now we hand off to Rojas, cuts back, there he spins, got the move, inside the 15, still going down about the 10-yard line, helmets flying, good play by John Rojas, and if he gets to the outside and gets a little open field, he's a much more dangerous runner out there.
Yeah, in the open, you can juke and jive and use his best ability doing that. If you get him in the open, that little shuttle pass out there, that little pitch pass really helped out tremendously.
All right, first down and 10. The ball at about the 12-yard line. This has been by far and away, Joey, the best drive of the night for the Panthers.
We just need to finish it off.
Right, that's exactly it. Nathan Alvarado going all the way at quarterback. Man in motion, hands off this way to R.C. Cervantes. Trying to, let's see if he can get to the corner. Oh, he is hammered at the 10. Thought he might cut back in there at about the 7, but he got inside the 10-yard line.
And Terry, you said this about R.C. Cervantes.
You all choked up?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
R.C. Cervantes is one of those runners where if you have him in the open field, he's going to be one of those guys that can outrun you and out-juke you, and he really not have had that opportunity in this game and the last couple of games, Jerry.
Right. Well, we got the ball. Where we got it down? About the 7 or 8 yard line. Second down and goal, or actually, I don't think it's goal to go. They can actually go to about the 2 yard line and still get another first down here.
2nd and 6.
Okay.
On the 8 yard.
Nathan Alvarado, Cervantes, they fake. They're going to throw. Let's see where he wants to go. It's still running. Got a man into the end zone. Oh, we almost had the score, and we got a penalty marker. Interfered with, it was number 86. That is Jacob Chapa. Chapa was the tight end. It looked like he was going for the football, and he never had a chance. They were kind of hanging on his jersey a little bit.
They pulled his arm, and you can see on the replay that they pulled on his arm. They did not allow him to catch the ball, and that's why it was a penalty.
That should broke the ball down about the 1 or 2 yard line. Because, let's see where the referee's going to actually spot it.
Penalty in the end zone will actually give us first down, right?
It should. It should be an automatic first down, but Rojas and Ryan Flores back in along with big Jacob Lugo, so get some extra blocking. It's down at about the 2 yard line where it looks like.
I like Ryan
2 or 3
Flores in this situation.
Yeah, I'd give it to him 3 or 4 times. Flores is on the wing here. Let's see where they go. Nathan, handoff to, you called it, Ryan Flores, touchdown, Weslaco on the board. And that's the first touchdown in a while. And give Ryan Flores, give that whole team a lot of credit, that offensive line. That was a very impressive drive to start the second half.
The best drive that we've seen in a long time, Terry. Best drive that we've seen in a long time.
All right, the scoring drought is over, and the Panthers took up almost 5 minutes off the clock to start the second half. That's the way you keep Brandon Marquez off the field. You just don't give him the football. High snap, kick by Bocanegra. Oh, and hit the goalpost. My goodness. And it is no good. And the score is now 37-6 as the extra point was just, and there was really no rush put on by San Benito, but nevertheless, it's no good, and it is 37-6. And let's see what the Weslaco defense can do, because remember, San Benito has been scoring at will in this first half.
It's kind of weird, Terry. We see different teams every time they go on for a different drive. We don't know if we're going to get the team that's hard hitting, or the defensive team that's going to track down every single ball carrier, or the team's going to give up a touchdown. We don't know what team we're actually going to see out there, and hopefully we see a defensive team that's going to get the ball back for the Panthers.
Hey, any updates from you know where?
I've not heard anything yet. Waiting for that text to come in.
You got your man on the scene there.
Yep, I got a couple guys out there. Ivan Bettis is one of my guys. Of course, the school board member, president of the school board, contacted me, and then he
have
told
another
me,
school board member of the K West team.
Ivan told me, he says, you keep in contact with me, and I'll keep in contact with you.
All right, here we go. We're going to kick this off. Is the Panthers have got some life to start the second half. They put 6 on the board here. Here's the kick, a lefty. Nice boot down to near the goal line. In fact, about 1 yard deep. And here comes the runner out. And up to, big hit this time. I'll tell you, good special teams coverage at about the 23-yard line. The ball carrier was Ernie Sandell, and that is, to me, one of the best special teams coverage on a kick all year long. The guy didn't get the run, but normally they've been running him back. The Panthers came down and made sure tackles that time.
And one of my coaches a long time ago, you run down on the special teams, you run down there with reckless abandon. You go down there and you go nail somebody, whether they're in front of you or not. You go chase them down and you give them that reckless abandonment that you're going to have. You go and nail somebody. That's exactly what the Panthers did in this one, and really letting the Greyhounds know that we're here.
All right, here we go. Marquez, the quarterback, going all the way. He fakes the handoff, and he's going to run the ball. Nice. He faked another man out. Broke 2 tackles, 3 tackles. Finally, after the 3rd tackle is broken, and now he fumbles and still on the field. Somebody's going after it. This is the 3rd time he's fumbled tonight. I think number 71 for San Benito, Jacob Garza. That's twice an offensive line has saved him from losing the football. That is 3 fumbles tonight for Marquez. And what was turned out to be would have been a first down. That ball went back about 5 or 6 yards. It's going to be at the 28-yard line. But Marquez is what I've seen, and I'm very prone to the fumble if he gets hit hard enough.
Yeah, we need to see you jump on that ball. I mean, that ball is flying all over the place when Marquez fumbles that ball.
Twice tonight, his offensive linemen have come up with a big recovery. Snap back. Marquez is going to, this time he's going to drop and throw down the field. Let's see, we got all kinds of contact there, and then the ball is dropped. I was looking away from the play, but right on the play itself, good defensive coverage that time, and incomplete. Yeah, Sabino Reyna, but I was looking away from the ball over here on the side. We had a little battle going on between another wide receiver and one of our defensive backs, but they were not in the action. The ball was not there.
Sabino Reyna with great coverage, keeping up with the receiver there. That's what.
Oh yeah. Well, Reyna's a track star. Remember Reyna and R.C. Cervantes. These guys are on the track team. And when it comes to track, over the years, Weslaco is as good as anybody. All right, Marquez again, 3rd down. This time it's still about 3 yards to go. Snap back. Marquez gets off the ball, and Tommy Herrera bounces off a tackle, and down he goes at about the 30 or 31 yard line, but I think he's got the first down. Let's wait and see here. Now they put 4 up on the board there, Joey.
Wow.
And they're saying that is the first time tonight that they have had to punt the ball and then double that with the fact that we just scored a touchdown. So,
and we're going to get pretty decent coverage on this punt, and we can get in pretty decent field position.
And one of the Panthers is that Cervantes comes limping off the field?
Yep.
Oh boy, that's not good. RC Cervantes is off, and he's holding his leg. Nobody back for the Panthers right now on the coverage. Now they send, one person back.
Well, RC Cervantes was a deep back, and Sabino Reyna went in there.
Well, they get the kickoff. Nobody back there. They're just going to let it go.
Oh, man.
Well, it got decent. It wasn't a real long kick. And now it bounces back to the 39-yard line. You know who I haven't seen out there tonight? And I don't know if he's injured and gone for the year. Maybe you know. Remember last week, Omar Pena was hurt in the ball game. Came out of the ball game, and I have not seen him. And he's usually right in the middle of things. Number 16, he's one of our best defensive backs, but I have not seen him. We'll find out from the coaches if he's even dressed tonight.
Well, one of the things about that injury that he had was, when you get hit in the head, like what they did is they actually, Terry, and I was talking to a lot of the players, and Porter actually went after our Panthers. They really wanted to go after him and hurt him tremendously. And Omar Pena, ended up, I think, with a concussion of some sort.
Yeah, that's what I thought,
and, they're going to keep him out just for precautionary reasons, just like Burciaga.
All right, pitch back coming in, and that is Ryan Flores. He gets up over the line of scrimmage, maybe to the 41, 42-yard line. They're doing a little tricky stuff. It was what we heard was a retaliation for injury by Porter, but you just don't. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Well, and that was a clean hit.
Yeah, Pena was a clean hit.
Pena hit him clean. From what I heard from the Panther players.
Well, we watched it.
Didn't look bad.
No, we watched it. But just unfortunate what happened. That's all. Second down and about 6 to go. Handoff coming wide. Rojas looking her over. Now he cuts back. Still cutting back. Still on his feet. Coming back the other way. Still making moves. Still going up to the 50-yard line. And John Rojas made about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Looked pretty exciting that time. Maybe he might have gained 7 or 8 yards. And that was a pretty exciting 7 or 8 yard gain.
And that's one of the things that John Rojas brings to this Panther football team, is that he can make something out of nothing very quickly.
Happy feet. He's going to come out of the ball game right now, but John Rojas has started out like a real strong here in the second half. And here come the Panthers again. They're into San Benito territory, so it's like the tale of two halves or something of that nature. Inside handoff again, big run put on, and Ralph Garcia. Wow, and that was about as quick as that. Well, think about it for a second. We were talking about Mercedes Weslaco. Wasn't it Mercedes against Los Fresnos that came back from about a 35-point deficit
and almost
beat Los Fresnos? So, strange things can happen in a football game. I always play under the philosophy is if one team can score 37 points in a half, so can the other team.
Exactly.
And we're just as good at offense as most teams around. All right, here we go. In motion, no, fake. And Nathan's going to throw down the middle. Let's see if he's got a receiver. Wide open. That is Chapa. Touchdown. I mean, nobody. He was so open. The only one down there was a referee.
Yeah.
That was it. And a touchdown pass by Nathan Alvarado. And the Panthers are on the board again. And let's see. Is San Benito getting nervous?
Well, you had them all trying to see the run, Terry. And when you have them coming up front and not looking at the receivers, we only had 2 receivers out in the pattern. Joseph Martinez, number 11, out there as well. And he was also open. I mean, Joseph Martinez was open as well. So, I mean, both receivers were wide open because everybody was playing the run. And that's where it happens when you can throw the ball.
And he got some protection that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got some protection. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. And Rojas I think he put the ball down. I think he got the 2-point conversion. Yes, he did. He put the ball into the end zone, a 2-point conversion. The coaches are excited. And remember, this is what happened to the Panthers a week ago.
Yep.
They had a huge lead going into the fourth quarter, lost the lead, lost the ball game. Well, here we go. Now the shoe is kind of on the other foot. And maybe it's more fun to come from behind than play with a lead. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, you got nothing to lose, Terry. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. The Panthers have everything to gain.
They're very loose.
Yeah, from coming here. And then I guarantee that's what the coaches said. Hey, you've got nothing to lose. Go out there and leave it on the field.
Have fun.
You got these guys thinking that you're down. Go out there and do your best.
Well, it's 37-14. We still got 4:20 to go in the quarter. And like I said, you get one more touchdown, And all of a sudden, San Benito gets nervous, and if another team gets nervous, who knows what can happen? I mean, this is crazy. We've seen some big comebacks, and just hang on. You just don't know what's going to happen.
That's why you play the game, Terry.
Oh yeah, you got that. What was it, Hannah, a couple weeks ago where we got way behind and almost beat them in halftime?
Yeah.
Yep.
I wasn't there at that game, but I ended up hearing that.
I was down in Brownsville?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's try it one more time here. Let's see if the special teams is up to it. There's another good kick all the way to this time down to about the 5-yard line. Picked up there, 15-yard line, 20. Panthers, big, look at that.
Wow.
That is Eric Hernandez, the best special teams play I've seen all year right there.
It looked like
inside the 20.
It looked like the runner was going to go towards the sideline and actually get some yardage after he hit the corner. Eric Hernandez doing a great job tracking him down, getting him down as quickly as possible.
Well, he not only tracked him down, he caught him and just took him down hard. Number 14 didn't have a chance. Jacob went to, remember a game, I believe it was the first game of the year against Harlingen South. He made a highlight tackle that game.
Yeah.
So this kid is capable of making the big play here. And here we go. Let's go watch Marquez again and see what he does. He's got the ball inside the 20 for one of the few times tonight. Remember the last time he almost coughed it up. Luckily his teammate was able to recover. And that's always dangerous. He's going to take off and run again. Let's see if the Panthers can get it. No, they can't. Arm tackle, and up he comes. And who is that? Eric Hernandez, I believe, on the tackle. But he got a big gain all the way up to about the 36-yard line, almost another 20-yard play. But is that a flag I see down there at the 34-yard line? It's a piece of paper or something.
Nope, nobody's claiming that.
Yeah, it's something down there. It's a piece of debris. But he was at about from the 16 out to the 36-yard line, and he slipped a couple of tackles. But all we need is a clean shot on this guy, and I think we can jar it, especially Hernandez, who hits like a ton of bricks. Marquez, this time he hands off to Herrera. Herrera breaks it. He gets up over the 40 to the 42-yard line. And he gets the first down, but Jacob Lugo, number 89, in on the stop for Weslaco. So they get about 5 or 6 yards. They get a first down. Let's see, maybe the 42-yard line. Gain of 5 or 6 on a play. It'll bring up about second and maybe a long 4. They're going to mark it between the 42 and 43-yard line here. So San Benito sends a couple of receivers out here to the far side, or the near side for us, over near the Weslaco bench.
And watch the slant. This is one of those passes they like.
Well, they send a man in motion. Marquez, the quarterback. And he's going to take off and go again. And he is bumped down. He gets up near midfield. He doesn't make any bones about it. He just takes off and goes.
Yeah, that's what Marquez's strong point is, that once he knows he's going to run, he makes that decision and goes north and south very quickly.
He got it up to the 49-yard line, so San Benito coming back after having a couple of touchdowns scored against them early here in this third quarter. They're near midfield, but like I said, if they're a team prone to mistakes, you never know what can happen here. You can run the ball 3 or 4 good times, but you only have to touch it or lose it once. Snapback, Marquez. Inside handoff again. This time the Panthers are going to stand him up. Who's that big guy hanging onto the ball? My goodness.
68.
Yeah, 68 is one of them, so is 89. Jacob Lugo was the first guy to grab him. And I mean, he held him. The other guys came along. Lugo was there. Number 68 is Garcia.
Zuni got there as well.
Okay, but it was Jacob Lugo who actually stood him up. All right, a gain of maybe 2 or 1 on the play. Second down and a short 9. Ball about the 49-yard line as San Benito comes to the line. The blue and purple and gold, I guess. They look more like a dark blue, but it's purple and gold as their colors. They're going to throw Marquez over the middle, and wide open receiver and a big hit at the 29-yard line, but they've got the first down. R.C. Cervantes in on the stop for the Panthers. But a big reception that time by the San Benito receiver, and he was wide open coming across the middle. A minute 41 to go. The ball is on the 29-yard line. It looks like 29 or 28-yard line. What do we got going here, Joey?
Well, Terry, I told you about that slant. That's one of the one of the things that was worried about in J.C. Guzman for the San Benito Greyhounds, doing that slant.
All right, he took a big hit from Cervantes, but faked the handoff. Marquez is going to throw again. Another big pass coming down and wide open. Another touchdown. 4 touchdowns tonight. This time another receiver, number 31. In fact, this is the second one for Preciado. Number 31, Preciado. That is 4 touchdown passes for Marquez tonight.
That was 2 long ones that made the series.
Well, they answered back the touchdowns by Weslaco. Weslaco started out quick, but that was a long drive. I believe that one started around the 20-yard line or so. Might have been the one inside the 20 at the 16. Kicking, number 2, Julio Martinez. Oh, low snap back. The kick is up, and it is good, though. So with 1:17 to go in the third quarter, it is 44-14, San Benito in the lead.
Tired of just sitting and not doing anything with your life? Become proficient in the medical field. Learn the electronic configurations of a car. Acquire the skills of construction. Design and build your own computer. Become the broadcasters of tomorrow. For additional information, contact your counselor or career and technical department.
1:17 to go, and if my math is correct, if you played the first quarter and the third quarter, we're playing a 14-14 ball game.
Yeah.
And this has been the thing every game. We've had one quarter that's just kind of doomed us. Tonight it was the second quarter where we were outscored 30-0. But you take the first quarter and the third quarter, it's an even ball game. And we don't know what the fourth quarter will hold in store here, but the Panthers look like a totally different team here in the second half.
And we're still not out of it, Terry.
Oh, no. Ball is back to the 10-yard line, picked up there, 15. Trying to come wide, breaking tackles if we can. That's Rojas, gets past the 20, cuts up the field. Here he goes, 35, 40, out of bounds on the Panther side of the field. A nice run back by John Rojas, who's been a totally different player here in the second half. He's come out with that, you can just tell the swagger and the determination here in the second half. Says, that's not going to happen to me again.
Yeah, and he actually went and created a lot of it by himself. He looked around, found out exactly what he needed to do, and went out there and did what a good kick returner should do, and go upfield. Don't wait for anybody. Go upfield.
45-yard line. First and 10. Good field position again. The special teams tonight have looked pretty good, actually. We got a lot of confusion now. We're going to have trip receivers. Alvarado's going to play out of the shotgun here in the second half. And he's going to take off. No, he pitches back to Rojas, who breaks the tackle, gets up to about the 48. Oh, that was a dangerous play. We haven't seen that in a long time. Good old quarterback option play. Got about 3 or 4 yards in the play. Had a passing formation out there, but they went away from it and ran a little option play to John Rojas, who picked up about 2 or 3 yards on a particular play. Ball is up near the 48-yard line. Second down and about 7 or 8 yards to go. Well, we're seeing something. I didn't say nothing until they were out of the booth there, Joey, but the coaches have left us. We're in the fourth quarter, and they've gone down to the field already. So they're.
Well, what happened, Terry, and I don't know if you saw this, they were having trouble communicating.
Oh, that might be it. Ryan Flores up over the midfield marker. Big Ryan, I would tell you, you can tell the difference when he's running. He runs more upright than the other guys. He doesn't do the juke and jive, and he's just much, much bigger than the other running backs that they have.
He carries people with him, Terry.
Yes,
Just
he
constantly
does.
moving
I love
his feet
it.
when he gets hit. It just get those 2 or 3 extra yards every time after contact.
I love the hosses that can do that. Well, we've run out of time. We're going to the fourth quarter with the score of 44-14. San Benito in the lead.
¡Aguas! ¿Has visto lo que pasa cuando cae el zacate? Lo mata. Lo mismo pasa con nuestra vida acuática. 1 litro puede contaminar hasta 250,000 galones de agua. ¿Quieres aceite con tu pescado a la hora de comer? Pues protege nuestro recurso natural más importante, el agua.
¡Hey!
No la riegues. ¿La estás regando?
Pues claro.
No, estás desperdiciando el agua al regar al mediodía. El agua está corriendo por la calle. El fertilizante va a contaminar al río. Cuida nuestro recurso natural más importante, el agua. No la riegues.
All right, here we go. Start the second half, or the fourth quarter. 45, down about the 40. That's big Ryan Flores again, Joey. Maybe down to the 38-yard line. We're getting all kinds of camera people. We had the vendor up here. I sent the guy away.
They saw two fat guys up here and said, hey,
yeah,
there's some money right there.
I'm surprised he didn't throw a chocolate bar on the floor and have us go after it.
You know, Ryan Flores has been one of the bright points again. We talked about how great Ryan Flores has been. You know, we lost Burciaga and ended up getting Ryan Flores out of this. I mean, he showed that, you know, he was going to be the backup running back.
Nathan is going to throw. Now he goes back. Now he's going to take off and run with it inside the 35. There's the kind of versatility I'm talking about. You go back and, hey, take off and run. Maybe get a few yards. And make San Benito think, what are we going to do? Hey, keep the defense guessing here. And the second half has been, what is that, metamorphosis? Is that the word I'm looking for in the second half? What do we got here?
Mercedes 21, Weslaco.
What happened
East
there?
17.
Hello, we got a ball game. Oh, we figured it closer. All right, here we go. Second down at about 5 or 6 yards as they shift to the far side. Nathan, pitch out, Rojas. Behind, no, that's Ryan Flores inside the 25 and down to the 20, inside the 20. That's big Ryan Flores again, and he's just taking over now.
The workhorse of the Panthers.
Yep. Showing a little speed on that pitch out. And the Panthers now inside the 20 again. They have been unstoppable here in the second half. As we're going to move our window around here a little bit. So the ball is on about the 18 or 19 yard line. First and 10 for Weslaco. Inside handoff, I believe that's Ralph Garcia.
Got about 2 or 3 yards.
Big Ralph got about 2 or 3 yards down to near the 15 or 16 yard line. And the Panthers have picked up, the Panthers are impressive here in the second half, Joey.
Yeah.
We're just into the fourth quarter. They've put 14 on the board already.
And what they've done, Terry, is they're coming out with various formations and various people are touching the ball. You know, you got Ryan Flores basically touching the ball the majority of the time, but you know, Nathan's running with the ball. He's throwing the ball.
Yeah, and Rojas is looking real good in the second half.
It's a different team.
Yep, it totally is. Inside handoff coming behind his blockers. John Rojas cuts up the field, spins around, 5 yard line. They're going to bring him down, but his forward progress
got him the first down.
Yep, he should be down near first down territory.
They're marking it around
about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Yeah, 8 yard line looks like.
But they're moving the chains. John got pushed back a little bit.
You know, John is very dangerous when he does that little spin move that he does, because you can't arm tackle him. You got to really wrap him and knock him down. Otherwise, he's going to spin out of it.
Is it me, or is the offensive line picked it up a little bit here in the second half?
It's nice when you can put a consistent drive together for an offensive lineman. You know that the guy in front of you is getting tired.
8 yard line, first down and goal to go. Nope, pitch out. Oh, they dropped the ball, kicked the ball.
Fall on it.
Yep. Oh, he picked it up. Now he's going to throw a pass. Hello.
Whoa.
Wide open touchdown.
What was that, Terry?
I want to see that one on the replay somewhere, because Joseph Martinez. Is that by design?
Oh my goodness.
Is that by design or what?
Oh, that must have been a design play. But you know, that was a design play. Freddie's over here telling us it's a design play. But I leave out the fumble part. I think that was a great play.
Who threw the pass?
That was R.C. Cervantes.
Okay.
That was a design play.
That was unbelievable. That might have been a halfback pass, but that's not the way it started out. He fumbled it, kicked it, picked it up, threw a touchdown pass. The Panthers are on the board again.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly. Are you kidding me? They're going to run the 2-point conversion. That's RC trying to get to the corner. Stiff arm.
Oh!
Jumped it. Nope, he didn't make it. I want to tell you something. That reminds me of a commercial. Michael Jordan off the freeway, off of a few other buildings and nothing but net where you call your shot.
Yeah.
That play there was unbelievable. As the play was botched. And Joey had it right. Just jump on the ball.
Yeah.
No. He picked the ball up, and then I wasn't so amazed he picked the ball up, Joey. What I was amazed, he picked it up, had the presence of mind to throw it, and it was a touchdown. It was easy. Martinez was wide open in the end zone.
Well, thank you, RC, for not listening to me, because otherwise that would have been a play for loss to yardage. End up being a touchdown.
We're not getting our 2-point conversion, but we're putting points on the board, and we're making this game competitive.
Oh yeah.
So let's see what the defense can do. 9:36 to go, and who is that? Homer Simpson up on the board? Okay.
That's a pre-recorded thing that they do.
The best
Again, you got to compare it to K-West. And K-West, nobody can touch us in the Valley. I don't care what kind of scoreboard you can buy, whatever money you put in. You got to have the guys behind us, and you got some great guys working there.
But you don't compare K-West to anybody in the state hardly. I mean, we go statewide. Look at this. And that is it should be our ball. It went 10 yards, didn't it?
Yeah,
it's over the 50.
They marked no flag.
Well, we're waiting to see who's got the football. It went to the 50. You got to go 10 yards. You kick off at the 40.
I think he got it right at the 50-yard line.
Well, we're saying right now he's just barely.
No.
Yes, it's a. Oh no! Come on! It went over 10 yards.
It's where they marked it.
Look where it's marked. Look where it's marked. It's over. No, now they mark it back.
Yeah.
Now they mark it 9 yards out. They had 9 guys running that ball. It was like a scrum,
Wow.
I'm surprised there wasn't a penalty for like illegal procedure, offsides or something like that. But San Benito's going to get good field position again. But right now they've got to be thinking about things. They can't afford to make any mistakes now. The penalties or the fumbles we're talking about, because here come the Panthers. The Panthers remember what happened a week ago, and they're saying to themselves, if they can do it, we can do it. So Marquez, the quarterback. He's going to roll to his right, still rolling. Now he comes back to his left. He wants to pass. And here come the Panthers after this guy. And he's going wide. He's still on his feet up to the 50, 45, and out of bounds. Well, actually, they're going to get him down about the 43 or 44-yard line. But we got guys talking to each other on the field here. But I'll tell you, there was a couple times there we thought we had him.
Stay composed, guys. Stay composed.
Yep. Coaches are coming out to slow things down a little bit. Yeah, the coaches are ultimately responsible for the conduct of the players. So
yeah, especially on the opposing side, you need to make sure that your players are away from any of the extracurricular activities.
Well, give Marquez 6 yards, Joey, and he earned it because the Panthers were all over him. They were all over him. Actually, maybe 5, second down and 5 from the 49 to the 44-yard line. But he's still trying to throw the football. And he's done a good job. Like I said, he's thrown 4 touchdown passes tonight. That's been more impressive than the running, actually. Hand off to Herrera, and he gets down to the. Yeah, I'll tell you, the guy who I'm impressed about is that little Lopez guy that they. Remember, he had 2 carries for a touchdown in the first half?
Yep,
and
number 20.
And he's just a little guy who was in there breaking tackles. Well, that's a first down for San Benito as they move the football down inside to about the 35-yard line. They're officially going to say the 37. But San Benito cannot afford to take their feet off the gas pedal, because if they do, look at Weslaco's done this. They put in a quarter and a half. They put on a little over a quarter actually. They put 20 boards on the board, and they made it look easy.
They've been on the side of a comeback against those Fresnos.
Yes. Inside handoff again. A good running. I'll tell you what, when San Benito goes after it, they got a good running attack anyway. Down to about the Herrera again.
Oh.
And we got a penalty marker. Did I see a yellow flag coming in?
It came in on sportsmanlike conduct to somebody. Yeah. And 2, the same ref.
Well, they're
2 flags.
They're getting a little chippy out there. The players are almost to the point of exchanging recipes. I mean, they're just it's getting very conversational. A little trash talk, maybe.
It looked like that side judge threw his first flag, and then there was another penalty after that, and he threw his hat.
Yeah. Well, when you run out of flags, you got to get the hat or something there, the bean bag or whatever.
We talked about that against Panthers.
Yep.
First down.
Yep, that's a big penalty. That's a big penalty.
Well, we talked about Panthers, and about penalties against the Panthers. We cannot afford to give them free yardage, especially with this potent offensive attack of San Benito. We want to come back. We cannot give them free yardage.
Well, that's all the way down to about the 15-yard line. That is a huge penalty. So with 8:44 to go in the ball game, are they going to keep going? I didn't think you could.
I think there was 2.
But you can't. I don't know. That's like double jeopardy. I don't think you could take it that far. They're down inside. They started this penalty about the 30. It's almost a 20-yard penalty. And Coach Villarreal is out there. Yeah. He's saying, what's going on out here?
He wants an explanation.
Yep. I don't blame him. They're going to call timeout the Panthers, but in fact, he's not even going with the team. He's going to talk. He's had it with this official all night long. I understand the one penalty. Okay.
24-21 East in the fourth quarter.
Whoa, how much time?
I'm trying to figure out.
We got a doozy of a ball game going back at Bobby Lackey tonight. But 24-21, Weslaco East back up at top after trailing 21-17. So you got to believe that game is going to go right down to the final seconds, and it could go overtime with a 24-21 score. You never know.
Yeah, and East has played it strong against most teams.
Well, nobody was predicting a blowout, that's for sure. So we've got timeout on the field. Coach Tony V calling timeout. Panthers down to 1 timeout. That's not unusual. We've got 8:44 to go on the play clock, or on the game clock. And the Panthers and the Greyhounds, the ball is inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. So first down and goal to go for San Benito. And the quarterback is Marquez. He looks around. He's got his signals. Herrera back there with him. He's going to run himself. Oh, 5-yard line, cuts inside. He easily scores. There was a run play all the way and an easy touchdown. He went around his right side, our left side, and made it look easy. And they've hit 50 on the scoreboard. The Hounds have come back with a couple of touchdowns. They lead right now 50-20. Well, they've made a mistake on the board. They got the Hounds for only 11 points. They'll make an adjustment to that here. Now they got 61, so trying to get their scoreboard fixed up here. We've got the right score up here. Here's the kick up, and it is through. So we're going to call it 51-20. The Greyhounds leading the Panthers.
Survey shows that 98% of parents whose children attend Weslaco High School want their child to go to college. Survey also shows that 91% of Weslaco High School students want to obtain a 2-year degree or higher. Where are you going? Where are you going? Weslaco High School Gear Up class of 2011 is going to college.
And so can you!
Still have about 8:38 to go. We better not get out of here, Joey, without commending our great crew at K-West. We got Rafael Cavazos. He's up helping me out with my left hand. And over on the right, we got Jim Zavala, who made the trip with us here to San Benito.
Jimmy on the spot.
Jimmy on the spot. I'll tell you what, Jim Zavala, a lot of people don't know, he not only can handle the camera, but this guy is responsible for a lot of the graphics that go on in Weslaco School District, the big billboards.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Jim Zavala.
Yeah, he does some talented
work.
work.
He's a talented man.
Guy.
All right, all the way back to about the 3-yard line, dropped again, picked up, 5-yard line, cuts across the middle. I believe that's R.C. Cervantes. Still going 30-yard line. Got a couple men to beat here. To the outside, 40.
John Rojas.
Is that Rojas?
Yep.
What a great run by John Rojas. We're going, oh my goodness, he fumbled it again, but he picked it up and he made some yards. And there's John Rojas again in this second half, doing a great job.
the Panthers are making some of the scary plays look really easy, aren't they?
Did you get some friends up here, dude?
I got my students coming up here where they're taking pictures and stuff.
Okay.
We came up here to do the friendship line here in San Benito, hopefully trying to bring some good luck. I'm bringing some Panther fans with us, make sure we have a
I dare them to take a picture of you.
They don't have the wide angle lens.
Okay. All right, here we go. Alvarado out of the backfield. Over the middle, got a receiver and a completion. Who is that with the ball? That is R.C. Cervantes. And here comes that Panther offense again. Boy, this is the best Panther offense I've seen in a long time.
And what it is, Terry, is they're mixing things up. Yeah, that's the best way of doing it. Don't let these guys in defense know exactly what you're going to do. Go back and forth and let them, get off balance a little bit.
Well, San Benito's been giving points up this year, and they are tonight. The Panthers are starting to find some offense. Hand up. That's John Rojas. Does a little spin move, gets down inside the 40 to the 35-yard line, and the Panther offense, like I said, they have not been stopped here, John. I almost
to say John Rojas.
It could have been Carlos, but I didn't call you that. Okay.
It's just every other name you can think of.
Yeah. "35-yard line. Second down and about 1 for Weslaco. Nathan Alvarado under center. He's going to throw over the middle. Got a wide open receiver. Oh, and then did he drop the ball? I thought he was going to go back to Jacob Chapa again, the big tight end. But a break for the Panthers, and it's third down and about 2 yards to go. Panthers are going for it. I'll tell you what, they are not. They've got the playbook out, and they're using a few plays. Good, great job here in the second half. Martinez into the ball game. Martinez caught a touchdown pass from R.C. Cervantes just a few moments ago. Alvarado. Ryan Flores behind some blockers. I don't know if he got the first down or not. He's going to bring up fourth down in very short yards. First time we've seen Ryan on this drive. But one of the Panthers getting up kind of slow. That's Ryan getting up kind of slow, but he's a gamer. Here we go, fourth down, a big play coming up here. Fourth down and about 1 to go for the Panthers. Big first down trying to come up here. The ball on about the 35 or 36-yard line. The Panthers need this to keep the drive going. Hand off. They've got the first down, then some inside, down inside the 25-yard line. John Rojas again, who's piling up some yardage here in the second half. Rojas behind his blockers on a big fourth down and 1. Down inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line.
And this is a John Rojas we have not seen in a while, Terry. This is a guy that we saw at the beginning of the year just tearing up the district and tearing up defenses.
Yeah, we knew coming back. Now they do that little shift again, this time to the left. Pitch out. Ryan Flores got one man to beat, cuts back against the grain, down to the 20, maybe to the 19. Picked up about 5 yards. And I'll tell you, this Panther offense is moving. And Flores again getting up slow, but let's see if he's okay.
He's coming off the field. I mean,
he's twice now. He's got up real slow. I think this time he is going to come up. I'll tell you, the greatest running back who ever played the game used to do that all the time. A guy named Jimmy Brown. He used to get up and you think he'd never make it to the huddle.
And where did he play?
Huh?
Where did he play?
Yeah, he was a running back.
At Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns. But I'll tell you what, he'd get up. He never thought he'd ever make it to the huddle, and he'd get back and get another 15 yards. Inside handoff, and inside the 15-yard line, or 20-yard line, rather. That's John Rojas getting up this time. Where's he going to get? He's going to be close to enough first down there, Joey. He's down inside the 20, about the 17-yard line. They need to go to about the 15. And here we go again, third down and short, maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Well, Terry, one of the things that the Panthers have done is mix it up offensively. Right now, in this drive, they've not.
Alvarado. Oh, that's going to hurt. That is a penalty. That is the tight end or the left tackle, and that's going to cost them 5. Instead of 3rd and 3 now, it's going to make it 3rd and 8. That was a tough break. That's what you call a drive killer there. So as they mark the penalty off, they're going to take it outside the 20 to about the 22-yard line. So now instead of 3rd and 3 where you got a couple of shots at it, it's 3rd and 8. Ralph Garcia goes back into the lineup. Herrera comes out. So Alvarado's going to call the play. And let's see what we got. Maybe we might be throwing a pass here. We don't know. Brings him to the line. Nope. What happened here?
Timeout.
Timeout called by, is that Coach Tony B?
Yep.
All right, timeout on the field. The score 51-20. The Greyhounds in the lead.
Last timeout.
¿Quién tiene la llave para tu futuro?
La educación de una carrera técnica ofrece entrenamiento activo.
Construyendo mi futuro. Diseño de tecnología me da la experiencia de un trabajo real.
Un paso adelante para obtener el futuro como siempre había soñado.
¿Quién tiene la llave para tu futuro?
Yo tengo la llave.
Para más información, comunícate con el consejero de tu escuela o con el departamento de las carreras técnicas.
5:11 to go. And the Panthers, they got some big plays coming up here, Joe. Let's see what they're going to run. 3rd down and about 8 yards to go. Man in motion this time. They got the pitch out. That's Rojas behind some blockers, and he got pushed ahead inside the 15 to about the 13. Actually, he got a little help that time, Joe. He got pushed ahead and probably picked up an extra couple yards that way.
Yeah, he looked like he was getting stopped right at the marker, and then ended up getting pushed over a couple yards.
Yeah, they run one of the plays that they ran early on, and John Rojas again is doing that. Him and Ryan Florida's doing a good job, but John Rojas has really stepped up his role here in the second half. Man in motion. Nope, they're going to throw.
Joseph Martinez.
Into the end zone. And touchdown, Weslaco Martinez. And the Panthers are on the board again. And I want to tell you, I am so impressed by the Panthers here in the second half. They have been something else.
And this is the kind of offense, Terry, that we had been wanting to see for a while from the Panthers. As soon as we saw Nathan go in as quarterback, we didn't see him pass. They just wanted him to hand off the ball. Nathan could throw the ball. We had the receivers to throw the ball.
Well, they're going to go for 2 points again, I believe. But I mean, there's no reason really going for one. You might as well get 2. And the Panthers, though, can't call timeout. They're down to 22 seconds, and they're going to have to make this one quick because they've used up all their timeouts. But they're going to break the huddle, going to go for the 2-point conversion here, and let's see if they can do it again. Nathan Alvarado under center. Handoff, and that is, who is that busting? That's Ryan Flores. Give this guy 2 points. He deserves the 2. And I'll tell you, look at the coaches out there. The coaches are giving high fives. The coaches have really shown some enthusiasm with their players, and they're bumping and pushing 51-28. And it is the second half, Joey, the Panthers have outscored this team 28-14.
Yeah,
they've outscored them 28-14. And if you take the second quarter out, they're leading 28-21. So for 3 quarters out of the 4, the Panthers have been the superior team.
Yeah, and the Panthers are, I mean, you said it right, Terry. The crowd is excited. The coaches are excited.
Yes.
The players are excited. They're not out of this by any means.
Well, the coaches are showing more emotion than I've seen all year long. They're just, I mean, they're out there really supporting these kids.
But you know what, Terry? Most anything, if they end up losing this game, Terry, you know what they've shown? They have shown heart.
Oh, yeah.
And that's something the Panthers have not shown in a while.
Well, to me, this is a springboard for next week.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
end the season right.
Yep. Who's going to kick the ball? Is that number 2? That's Bocanegra's out there. And remember last time they tried a little onside kick. Look at San Benito. They got everybody up. And this time,
team going.
Yep. Well, they've got. Well, you can only play 5 between the, up near the ball, but they've got 4 guys right behind. They've got 1 guy deep. This is where you maybe go for the deep onside kick because you only got 1 guy down there. But I can't believe they didn't call offsides because. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Picked it up at the 1-yard line. Here come the Panthers. Oh, he breaks a tackle out to the outside. Can they get him at the 20? Yes. Good tackle that time. Open field tackle.
And good coverage by the Panthers.
I'm looking for this guy to turn around so I can see who it is. I believe that's Dominic Elmore. I'm not sure. Is it?
The one guy I saw was R.C. Hernandez go out there and just take a hit and still try to and drove the player outside. He was up there, really covering the
That's who it is. They got Dominic Elmore is not playing right now. He's on the bench. He's playing special teams. Normally he's a first team starter. Maybe he's injured. I don't know. But he is not on the field as one of the defensive players.
Penalty against the Panthers.
Well, yeah, that doesn't surprise me because one of the return men was 3 yards ahead of the ball when it was kicked off. But they didn't take the penalty. I think they're just going to take the football. Brandon Marquez is still in there. He's got to be careful because this is the time of game. You don't want to make mistakes. Last time Marquez touched the ball, he scored a touchdown, though. And he's going to fake. No, yeah, he's going to take off. They're going to drag him down. Good
Actually,
tackling.
not Marquez.
No, it's not
Number
Marquez.
11.
Number 11. We got a new man out there. That is David Rodriguez, the backup quarterback.
Well, you know, I'm surprised. Marquez, well, you know, a couple things. The reason I'm not surprised that he's not in there is because he fumbled the ball.
Well,
and you don't want to fumble the ball in this kind of game.
Well, the other thing of that is, you know, we don't know his health. The other thing is with only 4 minutes to go, you know, they want to protect this kid because San Benito has got a real shot at the playoffs now, and they don't want to take any chance of injuries. There's that little guy that, and then he gets off of that. Finally, they knock him down. That's number 20 who scored a touchdown early in the ballgame, Anthony Lopez, a sophomore running back, and boy, did he get bumped around out there. He took a hit.
You know, Terry, this is, you know, we talk about the referees making penalties or calling penalties and not calling penalties, and this is one time that I saw the referee in front of one of our Panthers and saw a San Benito Greyhound kick him on the floor, and the referee did not call the play. Why he did that, I don't know. But you know what? There's times that you need to call plays, and times call penalties, and there's times that you do call penalties.
Right.
And that was one of those times the referee saw that and should have called the penalty.
All right, here we go. It is third down and about 3 or 4 yards to go. As we mentioned, the backup quarterback in there, David Rodriguez. And he's going to take, now he's going to run an option play, almost fumbled the ball. Tommy Herrera, and down the sideline he goes. Finally, he gets, did he get knocked out? No. Finally, down the field into Panther territory. A big run for Tommy Herrera, number 23. His biggest run of the night.
They're marking about 38-yard line.
Oh, wow. That was a huge run. That was at least a 25-yard gain. But we're down to 3:18 to go in the football game. And the San Benito offense is starting to roll again here. I've got to believe this is going to be more one-dimensional as they're going to try to run it. Remember, the Panthers cannot stop the clock, so passing the ball would only mean if they get an incomplete, it's just going to help the Panthers out. And the quarterback now, he's going to take off. This is not Marquez, but I'll tell you what, give Rodriguez credit as he is knocked down, but he gets the ball down to the 25-yard line. They got a good backup quarterback here, David Rodriguez.
Yeah. And you know, again, this offense is kind of designed for that kind of running quarterback, and he's a running quarterback, just like Marquez was, or is.
Yeah, I would hate to think what Marquez might have done in that particular play, but
that was a big hole, Terry.
Oh yeah. Well, they're running the football. There's no doubt about that. I don't, you know, they've had a few passes. They probably have only had maybe 9 or 10 passes tonight, but they've had 4 touchdown passes. And every time they throw the ball, it seems like they put points on the board. Rodriguez again. Hand off to Herrera. This time he's met head on, and this time they're going to bring him down. Big tackle that time by number 35, and that is, or 36, I believe that's Tafoya.
Tafoya.
Yep. I am kind of surprised. I'm hoping Dominique Elmore's all right. He's on the bench down there in front of us, and he is not. Usually he is out there one of the leading tacklers.
Yeah.
But he might be injured. I don't know.
You know, at least you don't see him on the training
no.
table.
Yeah, we don't want to speculate. But he was out there for special teams, and he has been. The first half he played almost every down. So. Second down and long. There's a pass, and nope, incomplete. Kind of surprised they would take a chance on a pass, like I said, for a couple of reasons. Number one, interception. Number two, if you don't make it like this, you just let more time, you stop the clock, and with 2:02 to go, and that just gives the Panthers an opportunity to not have to use it. They don't have any timeouts to not have to use it.
Yeah.
That kind of gives them a kind of a breather. Now it's third down and about 8. Let's see what they're going to do with it.
I watch quarterback run, Terry. This is one of their favorite plays. To the wide side of the field as well.
Yep, they got a big wide side on the far side over the San Benito side. Yep, they're going to run an option play. Herrera, let's see if the Panthers can pursue. No, he's breaking tackles again. But I don't think he's got the first down.
Oh, he got the first down.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Did he really? Well, he got down. No, I got him down about the 18-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down at about 3 yards far. But they had him at the line of scrimmage. Is where they had him. Yep.
And then he ended up, I thought he was going to go, and they didn't give him the forward motion.
I see Ryan Flores, I believe. Is that Ryan going out there? There's somebody of that nature.
Fourth down situation.
Fourth down and about 3 yards to go here. San Benito's got nothing to lose by going for it. If they don't make it, they still have a 51-28 lead. There's a minute 20-something to go. And Weslaco, remember, cannot stop the clock here.
No more timeouts.
No more timeouts. So David Rodriguez, the backup quarterback, the sophomore, getting a chance here, and he's going to take the play clock probably right down to nothing. Yep. No, he's going to hand off to Lopez, number 20. He doesn't get the first down. Yep, he's going to be shy of the first down. Panthers are going to have the ball at about the 16-yard line, and that should bring the offense on the field. So Weslaco is going to take over with 58 seconds to go, 51-28 they trail, but we got time for another touchdown or two. Because if we get a quick one and we get the home run ball, they're going to go for an onside kick. So I don't think the Panthers can win the ball game being down 4 scores, but they can sure make the other team nervous.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. You kind of want to make them respectable. You want to show that the heart that this team had and making it, instead of a shutout, 28 points.
And Weslaco is on the road next week, their final away game against Brownsville Rivera. Now they hand off. That's Ryan Flores. And he gets the ball up to the 25-yard line. Surprised they ran the ball, but they're going to get up kind of quick here. They cannot, remember, the Panthers cannot stop the clock. Martinez kind of limps off the field a little bit, but they've got a passing game in this second half. They have Nathan Alvarado doing a good job.
Nathan would tell me, I can pass the ball. I really can.
Well, he's done a good job. Inside handoff again. The Panthers are just running out the clock at this point, and they are going to stop the clock to move the sticks. That was second down and short. He did get a first down on that particular play. So the Panthers might have 1 or 2 plays left. So let's see what we got here. I don't see a passing. It's a very tight formation out there. Yep, they're going to come wide. Is that Ryan Flores again? Up to near the 35, 36-yard line. I believe that's Ryan. And that is about going to do it, unless they can get up and stop the clock here. We're under 7 seconds to go. So Weslaco, a great second half tonight, but it just wasn't enough. Too much San Benito in the first half. The final score here at Bobby Morrow Stadium, the Greyhounds 51 and the Panthers 28. Joey, any final thoughts on tonight's ballgame?
Well, the only thing you can hope for and you can take from this game, Terry, is that they played with some great heart in the second half. It was a totally different team than we saw in the first half, Terry. And you know what? Take this to the next game in Brownsville, and then take it to Bobby Lackey Stadium for the last game of the season, and make it a positive thing, Terry. Make this team that's a young team say, okay, we're going to win the last 2 games. We showed some heart here. We can show we can score. Showed we can throw the ball. Showed we can run. And you know what? Let's go into next season with the last 2 games a win.
Look at, before they go out there for that, thank you very much, Joey. Before they go out there for that final handshake, Coach Tony V is talking to him. And he gets him up there. He's just telling him, hey, guy, great effort in the second half. I'm sure that's what he's telling him. And, we're still a team. And the Panthers, like I said, the Panthers outscored San Benito 28-14 in the second half. And that's the best offensive team I have seen out there all year long. And the key was the diversification.
Yep.
All right, on behalf of Joey Cavillo and Rafael Cavazos and Jim Zavala, this is Terry Beitler wishing everyone a pleasant good evening from Bobby Morrow Stadium. The final score tonight, San Benito 51, Weslaco 28. Good night, everybody.